mark your calendars and grab your squad. The Big Ass Open is coming your way September 21st.
Sure is.
So hurry up and sign up because we're going to have to up the price of admission here, folks, because we got to figure it out how many teams we're going to have.
Yeah, I think like about half the teams that pre-registered have paid. So if you can get those payments in, we greatly appreciate it. We're looking forward to seeing you all September 21st for just a banging good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little top golf, little cornhole action.
We feed you.
Yeah.
Like, come on. We take care of our peeps.
Hell yeah. And I just got to say, I don't know if you noticed how good looking I was last week on the videos, but I was wearing the big ass polos.
Yes.
They turned out, shout out to Jam.
Yeah,
okay?
I love them.
Because they came out exactly what we were looking for, and every design is awesome.
Bangers, yeah. I mean, I got the blue and white stripe on. I wore that today golfing.
Do I have the red, white, and blue stripes?
It's looking sexy. God, yeah.
So good. So good. So and you can get that, all right, if you go to harddragpush.com, if you go to the merch page, it'll take you over to the store. Or you can go to jamapparel.com, and it has a whole, like, every piece of merch we've ever had.
Absolutely.
Is available at your fingertips.
Right there.
Right there.
And while you're over at harddragpush.com, that's where you can sign up for the Big Ass Open. So move your little fingers across the keyboard, go to harddragpush.com, and get yourself over there and squad up for the Big Ass Open.
Yep.
And this episode is brought to you by the bags that made us better throwers. Draggin Bags. It is scientifically proven that it makes you a better thrower. Case in point with us, too. So if you want to just defeat all odds and become a great cornhole player, head over to dragginbags.com and up your game today.
Welcome to the Big Ass Cornhole Show with Sean and Dane. Get ready to throw. What you drinking? Fun random shit. Dramatic readings, you'll love every bit. Big Ass Cornhole, tune in now with Sean and Dane. They'll show you how. Weekly guests and laughs, cornhole fame. Cornhole it, join the game. Interviews and random quests. Cornhole champs and all the best. We hope you throw it straight and have no doubt. It's four baggers from here on out. Big Ass Cornhole, tune in now. With Sean and Dane, they'll show you how. Oh, weekly guests and laughs. Cornhole fame. Cornhole it. Join the game.
All right, welcome back to the Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. It's a big week this week, man.
Dude, it is World's Week.
Sean and Dane are back with you as always. What's going on, man?
Not too much, dude. It's we were just recapping this stuff, and we're getting old.
Yeah, man. So it's yeah. All right. So we'll kind of go into this a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is year 5. Five. This is the 5th World Championship we've been previewing.
I mean, do we give ourselves a round of applause?
I mean, might as well, right? Yeah. We've made it 5 years, all right? So this is the 5th World Championship. This is going to be a fun episode. We're going to be breaking down a little bit of what's already happened, right? So it's Sunday night. So you had a lot of the USA stuff, and then you had some women's doubles drama. So we're definitely going to be touching on that.
Of course.
But
we'll be dueling all over ourselves.
Yes. Well put. All right. Before we get into anything else, Dane, let the folks know what we're sipping on tonight in our favorite segment called What You Drinking.
What you drinking?
That was my bad. I forgot I muted it.
It's okay. No,
You're like a pro. I know.
got it beforehand.
That's good.
But hey,
cheers, brother.
cheers.
Cheers.
5 years.
5 years.
Figured we needed some of the hard stuff. So we got Squirrel's Peanut Butter Whiskey. It's SQRLL or something like that. But yeah, it's 70 proof, delicious. Yep. It's smooth with a delightful peanut butter finish and a little bit of burn that you love from your whiskey. So shout out to Squirrel for making a banger of a peanut butter whiskey. I use this to make Amy's chocolate martinis.
Oh, okay.
I do a little chocolate peanut
It's really
butter
good.
action. It's phenomenal.
I will say, little thick, right? So you got. It's best if you cut it a little bit. Just a big old ice cube in there does wonders. But
100%.
Fantastic stuff. But yeah, man, cheers. 5th year we're doing this. We're kind of talking about that before, man. Like, is it? Some days it feels like, holy shit, it's only been 5. And then there's other days where I'm like, man, this is like, we've been doing this 5 years.
For 5 years.
Like, I don't know how it's weird how one thing can seem like it's taken forever and how it's like gone by so fast.
I think it's just a testament to being old now because you have like your long-term memories
and
your short-term memories. And like, technically, like, we're getting into the long-term memories.
Well, I was thinking back the other day, I'm like, some of the stuff like when we first started off doing,
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like some of those early streaming stuff, and I'm like, oh, it's because it was a long time ago now. Like it was 5 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, we kind of like pivoted hardcore from what we were originally intending on doing with this thing, and like it's just morphed into this
whatever this is,
news and cornhole drama and fun random shit. So
gotta love it.
That's the best.
All right, folks. Well, we have more audio gold planned for you all today. We're going to be recapping again all the stuff that's happened so far, and then we're obviously going to be previewing the World Championships that are coming up.
Obviously.
So we have over this weekend, you have Thursday is doubles, Friday is singles, and then Saturday is the final of doubles, along with the pro shootout for doubles. And then Sunday is the final for singles and the pro shootout and singles.
Just a week packed full of action.
Because it's a championship, just like a national, we do a draft, right? So we're going to be joined by 2 studly individuals, Mr. Doug Coombs from the Down and Back podcast. He's joined us on almost every episode for the draft this year.
Yeah.
Just a really good guy. He's also going to be joining us a little bit into the episode to talk about the USA versus Canada exhibition. I'm not super familiar with a lot of the Canadian throwers, so Doug's going to kind of break it down. He is like an ACL official, like Canadian dude. So
ACL.
He's like the perfect guy. And the other guy,
Canadian
if all the worlds align right, Kevin Smith Jr. is going to be joining us as well. Former ACL partner for Nate Voyer. He's not going to Worlds, so he's a loser just like us. So why not come hang out with us and draft some teams?
Might as well.
And what better guy to bring on somebody that's been so close to it already?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So he's going to have a kind of a good pulse. And he's supposed to be just a super entertaining guy. I'm very excited to have him on.
100%.
It's been a long time coming. We've talked with him behind the scenes a bunch, and I'm excited for that one.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a banger.
And then obviously we have dramatic readings.
Yeah, and who else? Maybe other people pop by. You
never know. It's like this. We might be having one more for the draft. We're just kind of waiting on some word, but it's going to be fun as always. And again, if you're gambling on this stuff, I don't know if you've been paying attention this year, but we've been doing pretty fucking well on picking who we think is going to do really well.
Yeah,
so
and
just,
again,
just pay attention.
It's a draft, so like, yes, these are the people that we're thinking to put money on based on 100%. The odds and stuff. So
yeah,
it makes sense to kind of hear it out.
Yep. So the draft is always a great way of breaking down the brackets. It's better than just going like matchup by matchup, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about the people, like the 16 or 20 people or teams that matter, right? That we think are going to be doing. And there's only been one draft we've ever done where we didn't pick, and it was a doubles team.
Yeah.
And it was ironic. It was this year.
It was.
It was so weird. It's Halbert and Trzynski. It was the only team that we ever missed on anything, on a draft or anything. So, not to toot our own horns, but we've been on a roll.
Toot.
Hell yeah. So, but before we get into all that, we're going to let you know what's going on in our cornhole lives. The segment we call In and Around the Hole.
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Brought to you by Black Sheep Baggers. If you're in the market for a new set of bags, the 25-cent bags are just popping out, and you haven't tried Black Sheep Baggers, you're doing yourself a disservice. All right? They make excellent bags, backed by the pros, and they're just awesome people. You want to be part of this community. If you've ever felt like an outsider, they stand like that. But you join the family, and you're going to find yourself an awesome group of humans. So go to blacksheepbaggers.com. If you use code BIGASP, you're going to save yourself some money. Again, that's blacksheepbaggers.com. Code BIGASP to save yourself some money.
Swing.
Hell yeah. All right, so what's going on? What'd you do this weekend?
So this weekend,
You were gone for a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was out at the lake house
That's
for
right.
pretty much the whole week. Worked from there for a little bit, and then just kind of hung out and golfed a bit when I was out there. I hit one early morning 9 before I started. Like, I had to log on to work.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I shot pretty well. Like, I don't know, it was more of like a practice round. Like, I was having some directional issues with everything, so I just wanted to kind of sit there and shore it up, and I shored it up because then on Friday morning we took my nephew Joey out for a second ever golf outing. Went back to the Chautauqua Institute Golf Club. Shout out to them. Beautiful course. Took him to his first real big boy course.
Okay.
And it was me, my 2 brother-in-laws, Tim and Tony, and then Joey.
Okay.
And did a scramble.
And are you you're the best player by far, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Tony can hit some shots.
Okay.
He just doesn't golf
I get
nearly
you.
as often. So yeah, I mean, I was definitely the breadwinner, but took home a -2 with that group.
Nice.
So that was just on 9. We just
Okay.
got in a quick 9. Very happy with it. I golfed really well that day, and then followed it up with more golf today with Dad. And Yeah, went out to Shale Creek, another shout out. Beautiful course in Medina, Ohio.
I've heard great things. It's
yeah,
like
dude,
second time you played there, right?
It's pristine, yeah. And
Okay.
it's a little pricey, but still very good track for
I'm
what you're
okay
getting.
paying for it if the course's conditions are up to par.
Now, I didn't get there
No
with
pun
enough
intended.
time beforehand, but I believe your tee off, like your paid tee off, includes a small bucket of balls.
Oh, okay.
So like that's always a nice little
Great.
help out. I showed up like 20 minutes ahead of time. I usually just like to hit the putting green and like I'm good.
Okay. I'm neurotic. I have to go swing every club before.
Yeah, I've
if
never
I can.
like warmed up before a round besides one time when I was in Naples, Florida and faced all of our mother's like golf coworkers.
Yeah.
And that was again just included a bucket of balls, so we all just warmed up.
I find myself, if I warm up beforehand, I typically start the round well and then I fall apart.
Yeah, you just fatigue
But
a little earlier.
if I don't have the warm up, I start off terrible, but then I end well. So I'm always like, maybe the warming up.
I would
is
love
not
to go over and just hit like
10 balls.
5 drivers and like 2 wedges and just call it a day. Like,
Yeah, I very rarely hit driver when I'm warming up.
yeah, I would see. To me, I would rather get that breakfast ball out of the way and feel
okay.
confident
Yeah,
stepping up. But like, besides that, dude, like once the first drive's out of the way, it really doesn't like to me. That's the one.
I got you.
I usually don't miss hit it or anything. It's usually just like a 220 safe shot because I'm
Yeah.
scared. But yeah, golfing with Dad today, golfed really well. So did he.
Nice.
His par
Hey,
fives
I'm glad
killed
you're
him.
getting. I'm glad you're getting out so much.
Yeah, but
That's awesome.
his dude, par fives killed him. He would have tied me if he didn't flub on 2 of the par fives. That was it. Which is weird. Like usually he does all right on
Yeah.
those. So
Interesting.
what are you gonna do?
So Saturday, I spent all morning going through like my clothes and just getting rid of a whole bunch of shit
Nice.
because like it was just getting ridiculous. I'm like, I just there's clothes
don't need
everywhere.
the-
I don't need all this
Yeah,
shit.
nobody needs that.
And we
many
got one of
shirts.
those like letters in the mail saying like, hey, like, if you have any donations, we're coming by like the 14th to come get it.
Do I?
Yes, I bring a dump truck.
Yep.
We're bringing a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, I spent Saturday, and then my son was just not napping, being a monster. So I literally threw him in the car. I'm like, we're gonna go see a movie, right? I like going to see a movie. Let's
Yeah.
see if it. Of course, he falls asleep 5 minutes before we get there, but I still wake him up because
Mm-hmm.
I knew I'm like I could just drive around. He's gonna nap.
Yeah.
But then when he wakes up, if he doesn't see that fucking movie,
Yeah, he's gonna be like, what the hell?
so. And then today, this morning, we head out to somewhere in Pennsylvania. Went to this like amusement park called Idlewild.
Mhm.
My wife grew up going there all the time, so she likes to recreate the memories. So we go there quite a bit with the kids and stuff. It's fine. It's like water park and amusement park. And
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's fine. But it's
Not
just a lot
Cedar
of drive.
Point level. So
Well, my wife is off on Monday,
yeah.
so they stayed in Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
I had to come back because I work tomorrow.
Hence the
so,
whiskey.
Yeah, it was just. Yes, and it was just a lot of driving. I mean, it was about 6 hours. I mean, it's not. I mean, obviously, I've done more than that, but it's like just annoying.
It's not short.
No, it's spending all day in the sun, like at a water park and then amusement park, and then driving home 3 hours by yourself was
Yeah.
just like.
What are you crushing while you're driving home?
So I did a lot of podcasts. It's fantasy
Okay.
football season, so I was kind of using that opportunity
I was
for
hoping
like some
you,
research.
you
Of course.
utilized it. Yeah.
Dane, come on. So I drove down there. Nora was in the car.
Yeah.
But I made her bring her headphones so I could so I could listen.
Now, Nora, just
After-
listen to your tablet.
2 hours and 15 minutes in, she's like, "Can we please listen to music or something?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I introduced her to 90s alternative.
Oh, heck yeah.
Just
What'd
just a great
what'd
sing-along
you
song.
softball up to her first?
Roll on Me.
Okay. Yeah.
A little Hootie and the Blowfish came up. Some Green Day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just just like all the classics. I'm like, these are the songs that I would expect you to know when you
Yeah.
get a little bit older. That when you hear and you call oldies, like at least you know what they are. Like you got to have a decent taste.
I only want to be with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, correct. He's got to know all those. So
Yeah.
introduced you to that, but then came over here, and now we're sitting here and we're recording.
Look at that.
That's about it.
Full weekend wrap.
I did drop an article on Friday.
You did?
If you haven't read it yet, you can go over to Hard Drag Push. It's the most recent blog. Title's quite long, so I don't want
Shameless
to go
plug
over all
number
that
3.
stuff. Yeah. Just flowing right in there. But yeah, I think the article went over really well. I wasn't sure how it was going to take, but listen, I feel like right around the world, there's always something that's going on. So why not? We drop an article every year.
Yeah, stir
sometimes
the pot. Why not?
I think it was okay. I think the tone of the article I wanted to be like clearly like we're backing. We're not backing, but like we're pulling for the ACL, right? Like I want them to do well, right? Like it's obviously not a secret at this point that like we cover their events, and
If
we
it is,
follow
it shouldn't be a secret.
Correct. But I also wanted to be at the same time, like there are things that like I still question. Just this episode is not the time or place for that. We're going to get into that after all the World Championships. So if you're interested
There's
in all the
time for the
policy
drama,
talk,
people, all
that's
right?
going to be next week. All right. So it's all coming. But just other stuff that happened this week, right? I think it'd be dumb for us not to at least bring up. So last episode we had announced that like Buffalo Boards and 724 Bagger Company had walked away.
Yeah.
This past week, 2 more companies have announced Ninja Bags and Feist Bags. Gen Z and Casey from Feist, 2 of our favorite people
Absolutely.
in the community.
Yeah,
Love
love
them. Gen Z's actually working on an article right now. She had given me a pretty long quote to include in the article, but I went back to her and be like, listen, you have too much to say. Like, you need to turn this into your own, like,
of course,
explanation of why you're doing it. So that article's going to be, I'm hoping it's going to drop this week, early this week. So if you're listening to this, there is a chance it's already been dropped because if she can get it to me by tomorrow, I would like to get it out there.
Of course.
Just pump it out there. I think that their story is an interesting one, and I think she's like the perfect person to tell it.
For sure. Yeah. And she's well spoken and writes really well too. So,
all right. So I think we should start with the stuff I wanted to start with, and then we'll work our way into like the drama
Sean's
stuff,
world.
right?
We're all just living in it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All right. So I happened to catch, and I don't know if you happen to catch any of the stuff, the USA stuff that's been going on this weekend.
Yeah.
To kick off the World Championships, which is like 24 days long. So I watched the USA women's singles and doubles.
Okay.
The doubles kicked it off, and it was Lexi Hugeback and Maddie McBride. If you are in the cornhole know, you've heard both those
For
names.
sure. Yeah.
Lexi has flashed on the big stage before. I think she's immensely talented, very entertaining.
Isn't she like Minnesota state champion?
Yes,
or something
yeah, I
like
think
that?
so. Yeah, she's like former like college basketball player, like just good athlete, right? And if she puts it all together, like I mean, she could do very well in the women's division
For sure.
And then Maddie McBride, very good young like player. She's done very well like on the junior circuit before. So I mean, it's a very good team, and they were playing off against the old Streaker and Finley.
Yep.
Right, like just the tried and true. And it was such a good match, and Streaker and Finley showed that they can still get it done. And it's not going to be flashy, but they're just going to pour bags in the hole, and they're going to kill you death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah.
So before you know it, you're like, oh, I'm not even playing that bad, and you're like, how the fuck is it 12-0? And that's kind of the feel I got when I was watching this match. And then Hugeback and McBride just started to click. Like things just started to go their way. Streaker missed a bag off the back here or there, missed a push shot, and then it was just a back and forth match. And I loved the chemistry between Hugeback and McBride. Like I think Lexi is kind of the enough intensity of what we're looking for on a broadcast.
Yeah.
You don't want robots. It's watching robots sometimes is boring a little bit.
You got to show some emotion.
Especially in doubles.
Yeah.
If you're in singles and you're locked in, I can get it. Like everyone shows emotion a different way.
Mm-hmm.
But in doubles, the communication it's just so great.
It is.
You know what I mean? Like, and it was honest, and it was a shitty way to end it. Like Lexi, I'm sure wishes she could have the back, but when you just miss an easy shot and
It does happen.
It
I
happens.
mean, I've lost many matches that way.
Oh, yeah. But it was crazy. So, I mean, congrats to Finley and Streaker, though, right? Just continuing to do it, showing that they still have it in them to make a run. And listen, chalking up a win in a tournament like this right before Worlds,
It's
pretty nice.
I mean, they come alive this time of year.
Pretty
so.
nice. Singles, Maddie McBride was in
Takes it
singles.
down.
And she was facing off against Miranda Coy.
Yeah.
In a great match, right? So Coy came out, guns blazing, just didn't look. I was thinking at that moment, because she had to double dip Cheyenne just to get to the finals.
Yeah.
And she pulled it off. That's incredible. I mean, that's a big
For sure.
fucking deal. In the world of cornhole and the women's side of things, that is a big deal. Like, that is like do we have a potential change in the guard? And how that match started off, that was one of the notes I wrote down. Like, do we have a change in the guard, question mark?
Yeah.
Because Coy just looked locked in, man. And she just has that game now, right? And she plays with a little bit of swag. But she tends to compound mistakes a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, have 2 or 3, 4 bad rounds in a row, and then all of a sudden, like, seems to snap out of it and be like, "Oh shit, I can't keep bleeding like this. I got to stop." And then she tries to get too overly aggressive, but not taking anything away from Maddie McBride, because she was in a hole and she's gritty as hell. And that girl battled her way and got the title. Coy is just like one of those players that I think that when she finally gets that first one, like the first one that really matters, I think that's just going to do a world of good for her psyche, and the level of consistent high level play we're going to get from her after that moment is going to be very eye opening. I think that there's just like this monkey on her back right now. Like she just can't get over this hump of like, I just need to win in the finals. Like we've seen you can beat everybody.
Yeah.
You just got to pull it off on the biggest stage.
Well, they say break through the glass ceiling.
Yeah.
And the sky is the limit.
Yeah. Perhaps the best moment of the match was right when the match was starting to get good. Maddie McBride throws a bag, and when she threw the bag, like you can see her kind of like look down and she like starts laughing. And Coy like looked over like, what was that? McBride's nail came off with the bag, and they were actually able to get it like on the camera shot, like of her, like the live and like the picture of you could see the nail flying off.
That's funny.
And then it's stuck in that Versa, up and down, stuck in that Versa court. So you just had a nail just sitting in the middle of the court.
Battle wounds.
The best part of one of the best, besides the matches, because the matches were all excellent play. To me, the best part was just the broadcast, because I got to give Trey and Jake their flowers, because I thought they had really good chemistry. Obviously, Trey Ryder, we know he's a pro's pro. Like he's done this a million times. But Jake Brandon was really, really good. And I thought they played off it. And I thought the most refreshing part of the entire broadcast was Trey Ryder geeking out about the nail situation. Yeah. Like he almost full out lost it, like on air. Like he had to like compose himself. And it was actually Brandon that had to like kind of reel him back in and be like, hey, there's still a match going on now, as you're watching the replay of the nail flying off for like the 10th time.
Well, I mean, it's hard though, because
but it was refreshing because it was like honest, and it wasn't forced at all. Like it was a funny moment, and like it was just his honest reaction of how he was going, and I thought it went over really well.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to have giggles and cornhole people.
Yes.
But who says cornhole's not a contact sport now?
Yeah, no,
we're losing nails now.
Yeah, that's true.
What's next? Teeth? No, those have been gone for a lot of players.
It depends on where the tournament's being held.
Exactly.
Let's be serious. I'm not going to name the spots though, because that would be.
You all know.
That's for a different. All right, picture a place in your head.
That's it.
All right, that's it. Mm-hmm. We were going to say the same thing.
Maybe banjo off in the distance. I don't know.
All right, so these were all USA cornhole events. World Championships are a long time. It's a long time.
Dude, it's
like
super long.
9 or 10 days. I know I joked earlier it's 21 days. It's like 9 or 10 days long. And they lumped this USA stuff in the front of the week and then leading into the ACL stuff at the end. Mm-hmm. Is it too long? Like, do you think it should be separated?
I think
it kind confusing?
To me, I think it kind of overshadows like the USA stuff a little bit. Because everyone's just like, oh, heading to Worlds. Like, no one was like, oh, off to the USA.
Yes.
Like, I think it's at a point now where it needs to be a separate entity from this weekend.
I think that they're trying to use the World Championships, like just as you're already coming down here for Worlds, like you might as well do this. Like they're trying to boost participation a little bit.
It shouldn't be that any longer. Like, to me, it's like, oh, USA Championships are just like a warm up then for everybody.
Yeah,
and that's like, it kind of discredits like what we think it could be. And
honestly, for like the casual viewer, it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, okay, there's USA Cornhole, but then, okay, so is USA Cornhole and American Cornhole the same thing? Like Cornhole League the same thing? Well, in the short answer, yes, but they're like, no.
Yeah,
you know what
it
I mean?
needs
like,
to be. Yeah, I definitely think there needs to be a gap in between. And I know that means more travel, but to me, it's now, like, who wants that title?
I feel like they have the USA Cornhole thing going on right now, just so that we can show, hey, we're doing this.
Yeah,
that we have a team. Like we're doing like this already underway, because again, the ultimate goal is to try to make this like an Olympic sport.
I know we have the next Summer Olympics here, and like it's nowhere close to being in that. So like it just sucks. Like we could have had a big showcase at it, but
possibly
not. It's too late.
Yeah,
too little, too late.
But I do think that's a little bit of it. But yeah, I do think that it should ultimately. I think it should be separate. Like I get that they want the World Championships to be like the showcase, like the mega deal for cornhole, like of the year. I get that. I just feel like you said, it takes away a little bit from both. I think.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. Like,
and as a pro, if you're going to go compete at the ACL, that means you're taking off even more time from work when you really don't have to start being down there till maybe Thursday.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like even if it's a separate like week or like during this long off season that we have, throw it during like I don't know, October or something. You're going to have it indoors regardless. So put it at that point and just let people travel in for it. Because I don't know. To me, it's kind of a bad look. It just
and I'm not saying
shouldn't be a warm up.
I like the fact that we're doing the USA stuff. I get it, But like my dad and I were talking about it Friday when I went over there for dinner, and he's like, "So what's on tonight?" I'm like, "The USA Cornhole." He's like, "So is this like the championship for everything?" I'm like, "No, well, this is just for like USA Cornhole." He's like, "So is that different?" I'm like, "Yes, it is." And I'm like, and I right away I'm like, "Oh shit, it is confusing."
Yeah.
Like if you don't follow it like us, like and know when I turn on, I'm like, "Oh, this is USA stuff." Okay.
All right, so
Not that it doesn't matter, but like I'm like, okay, like, but hopefully it's entertaining.
all right, hypothetical question.
Sure.
So let's say like T Swift starts playing cornhole on stage. All of a sudden, the world of cornhole blows up, and every country has it. And all of a sudden, there's a big international competition that wants to take place next weekend.
Okay.
Is the ACL going to honor Team USA to go represent them, or are they going to send their big guns?
No, I think you'd have to honor. I think you'd honor
Why?
Team USA.
I
Because
think it's like a contract thing. Like if you win, like
I mean, do you want my
like
honest answer? I don't think it doesn't matter who they send out.
I agree.
They're going
I
to
mean, to
dominate
a point,
anyways.
they'll dominate.
And it's not like the guys that. And it's not like the people that won USA are bad. You know, there are very good ACL pros.
Let's flip this hypothetical.
Okay.
Let's say that underground cornhole has been across like worldwide this whole time,
All right.
and all of a sudden it surfaces. So there's just killers
just assassins everywhere. Okay.
Will they honor it?
Yeah, I think they do. I think that's. I mean, you're having this, and then that would be like a wake up call for everyone else. But like, hey, if you want this opportunity, you got to go participate in World. Because if not, why would anyone go to the USA qualifiers anymore?
And that was my point exactly. Like they need to honor it for those purposes. But
Agreed.
It means nothing right now.
I think there's showcases that they do, in certain events that like only Team USA will go to. But I do agree. Like if the time ever does come, yes, they do need to honor.
We'll have Doug elaborate later on like the ACL versus or ACL Canada versus ACL. Like to me, why couldn't that? Is that going to be Team USA versus Team Canada, and let Team USA represent from the champions of Team USA? I'm just saying.
I don't know.
But here we are.
All right, so enough of that.
Enough of that, Sean.
Going into now, we're not talking USA stuff anymore.
Okay, we're off USA.
Off USA. We're now into American Cornhole League stuff. So today was women's doubles. And if you remember back a few weeks ago, we interviewed a sensational women's team right before they won, Miranda Coy and Lori Duell. Mm-hmm. And they are like so nice. All right. And they were making a run today, and they were playing Cheyenne Bubenheim and Cameron Belvin. Pretty good team.
I would say so, yeah.
A lot of titles between those two. Cameron Belvin, at one point, was probably the second best player, a female player in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, she's still playing very well, despite, dealing with first-time motherhood and, all the challenges that come with, like, family life and doing all that kind of stuff. She's still performing very well. And obviously, we all know Cheyenne Bubenheim's really fucking good, right?
Yes.
So there was a little drama that happened in this match, and Lori Duell, I believe, was just taking. She's a slower player. Yeah. She is on one of these slower ends, and I wish that was one metric that we could track, and I don't think it's trackable. Like you'd have to go back through hours of footage to see who is in fact the slowest player in cornhole. I know Lori Duell has a reputation of being a very slow player.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think an official was called. And I think Lori and Miranda took issue with that. And from that point on, they did not score another point and ended up losing that match 20-7. So fast forward, Cheyenne's going down. Everyone's doing the shaking hands, and Lori Duell stops and says something to Cheyenne. Yeah. We don't know what exactly she says. You can imagine. I'm sure it was something about like calling the official or something. And I would love if Miranda is listening to this, or Lori, if you could message me what you said, I would love to let the world know, because like I think it's interesting. I think it's because right now we even talked to them about this. They had this reputation, right, of being the mean girls.
Yeah, they're kind of
and this is not a good look for Lori. This feeds right into all the critics of people saying that like she's a poor sport when she loses. I get that you can be a competitor all you want, you can do it, but again, you got to watch out where cameras are. If you know you're on a live stream court,
you like just cameras. It's cornhole. All right, like
that too. Yes.
I'm sorry. No, it is like it's not part of the culture. You got to just you can be pissed at yourself, but you just take it on the chin, walk away silently.
Again,
if you
just
have
because
to.
Some middle-aged male is now standing off to the court officiating the match, it should not mess you up at all.
Yeah, it should not.
And if it does, that means you weren't going to win the game in the first place.
And especially the shot clock rule. I mean, that's been in place all season. So like the fact that you finally get called on it, maybe it should have been called sooner. I don't know. Like It shouldn't rattle you that much, though.
So it is interesting. But again, I hate to see it because I do like Miranda and Lori a lot. I do like them. I
like their fire. I mean, they're, like you said, fierce competitors. I
think they're good.
I respect it.
I think they're good for the game. It's just not a great look for Lori. Yeah, I mean, it's just not. And hopefully nothing comes of it and everything's on. But thank you for the content. We greatly appreciate it.
Of course, always.
Oh yeah. All right. So coming up after this, we're gonna have Mr. Down and Back, Doug Coombs, joining the show. He's gonna talk about the ACL and USA. It's like USA and Canada exhibition match. So we're gonna go over that a little bit, and then we're gonna roll right into we're gonna welcome in Kevin Smith Jr. and then we're gonna do the draft, and then we're gonna do dramatic readings with the whole group because I like to get everyone's input on that.
I'm down. I'm here for it.
All right. So just pause right now, do something really cool, and before we even know it, we're gonna be right back.
Sweet.
All right, guys, we're back. We are now joined by Mr. Corndoug himself. What's going on, brother?
Good day, eh? How you doing?
Good, man. How is the weather up in Canada right now? You guys getting like a bunch of rain, or is it beautiful right now?
It's been really hot, and we're starting to get a little bit of rain, but we're kind of almost the same as you guys anyway, right?
Yeah, that's very true. It's been hot as hell here, though. Like it's been a really nice summer.
This last week was pretty brutal, but
it's not brutal. It's beautiful. Like I'll take this all the time.
Dude, for me, it's always easier to warm up than it is to cool down.
Yeah, but like I don't want to do anything outside when it's cold. Like I'm good.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah, I know. So that's why
I'm the opposite because working a hockey rink and the AC hasn't been working the last week, so hasn't been fun.
Yeah.
Do you just lay on the ice?
Well, we don't have ice in right now, but it's still hot as anything in the rink too, right? So
it's very true. It's very true.
Not fun.
So we wanted to bring you on. You're also joining us for the draft. But before we get to that, there is this USA versus Canada exhibition match.
We'll call it a battle royale.
Yeah, let's call it the battle royale. I like that with an E at the end.
Yes,
clearly, right?
Yeah.
So I take it away, man. Like I don't know anything about the Canadian players. That's kind of your expertise. We do have the matchups here. So what? I guess we can start anywhere you want. But my biggest question is there any? What team or individual do you think has the best shot in these matchups?
I think for me is probably at the doubles.
Yeah, you think men's doubles?
Men's doubles.
Okay.
Justin Burton Jr. and Logan Chamberlain up against Connor Weiss and Paul Vandendam. Now, Paul Vandendam is going to be a name that everyone listening to this here who's outside of Ottawa is like, who is that? But he's a guy that normally plays with Connor. And so the Canadian players were all picked at our ACL Canada Open number 4 in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Okay.
We had a qualifier to see who was going to go to the WCO in Trier, Germany.
Okay.
Coming up in September. So then from that, there ended up being 6 players that are picked for that team to go there. So it's ended up being 6 men going there. So they took the top 4 men and the top 4 women that were in that qualifier to play in this event.
So is this going to be Connor's first event in the States then this year? Because he was technically a pro, yes. Right? Because he qualified to be a pro, but then he didn't make it to any of the nationals.
I'm not sure if he actually I think he accepted, but then didn't. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not fully sure on that there, but still, yeah. So but Connor's been throwing pretty well, and Paul Vandendam, for my first time at that qualifier, seeing him, he's the guy that been playing for a couple of years, but just started competitive, I think, March this year.
Wow. Okay.
But he's throwing he can hit an airmail, he can hit anything at any time. So
I mean,
he's one that I really want to see at this level.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they're just playing against some good old boys. All right, from USA, and they're gonna have to play a very impressive game to take down. But again, you hope that everyone takes these games seriously. You know what I mean? That's what it. Yes, it's an exhibition and stuff, but
I think I was talking to you guys after the last time they had an exhibition like this down in Myrtle Beach a couple of years ago on New Year's Eve, and one of the players did a no-look airmail.
Yeah, correct.
Whatever.
I get it.
Some people were upset. It was it's whatever.
It was Frank Modlin did the no-look airmail.
Yeah, that's a guy who's actually going to really try and show somebody.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, people were cheering for.
He's the biggest jerk in cornhole. Yeah,
I've heard that about him. Frank,
talk to me about women's doubles. So for USA, we have Rosie Streaker and Samantha Finley, and then for Canada, it looks like you have Amanda Oakley and Doreen Pond. So to me, Streaker and Finley, they're just coming off winning USA doubles and women's. We know they can get it done. Like, they have a long pedigree, but they're a slide game, right? So anybody can be off on a given day. Do we Amanda Oakley, Doreen Pond, like, talent wise, like, are they there?
Amanda Oakley, yes.
Okay.
I feel that she is. She won the women's in St. John's last year, and then this year she finished, I want to say, 4th in women's up here for that there. And then she's played against some bigger names in Niagara Falls, and she was a pro this year in Canada. So she's been kind of playing against some of the higher talent up here. So I have no problem that she can compete with either Rosie or Sam.
Okay. Doreen's
an unknown because she's just a regular player, but she can hit everything as well. Like, she's only played in opens that were in St. John. So Amanda and Doreen play with each other all the time. So I like that factor you have that bond already.
Yeah.
But Doreen's a really sneaky good player. My only factor with Doreen would be this is her first time under the lights, because I don't even think I had on a live feed game.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if she's been in front of cameras. So that'd be my only question for her. But other than that, I think she could hit it as long as she doesn't get starstruck.
Well, this was
going up against
literally what I was going to ask you. Do you think that's going to be an issue, not just for her, but like for Team Canada as a whole? Because you look at Team USA and it's pretty much all familiar names at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting the who's who of the ACL.
But I think this year, with the amount of Americans that came up for our opens this year,
yeah,
right. I think that there will be no really anyone who will be starstruck that way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because the only one I might think of is, unfortunately, Doreen, because she just got the one. But for all the other ones, I don't think there's anyone that will be kind of like, okay, I'm playing against a big name, because they've already done it already this year.
And so one of the teams that I love, because it's kind of an odd pairing, but you have Devin Harbaugh and Connie Altice. They always tend to perform really well together in mixed doubles. Who do you guys have representing for Canada in that match?
So for that one, we've got Lana Smith and Daniel Faulkner. So Daniel Faulkner, in this qualifier, he was the number 1 seed coming in that qualifier. I think he went 6-0 in the rounders portion, and then kind of won all of his games in the bracket. And he's the guy who he won't get starstruck. So last year in the Open in St. John's, he partnered up with Bobby Speary. They took it all. His name is actually Mini Donks. He plays with Brandon Brown all the time. So if you're gonna be starstruck, you're gonna get it with him. So he's just gonna be playing another game, and he has stepped up. Daniel stepped up his game incredible this year. Like, he's hitting airmails at any time. He's got a roll shot now. He's got everything in his arsenal. I don't think Harbaugh will scare him at all.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay,
right.
And listen, sometimes under the brightest lights, Harbaugh hasn't always done well, but I think in this he should shine. But Connie is somebody that 2 or 3 seasons ago we were talking about, could she compete to like be the number 1 player, number 1 female in the world, and she's like kind of fallen off a little bit. So it's definitely interesting.
And for Lana, she finished, like, for the women's divisions up here at our 4 opens. I think she finished like 5th in the first one.
Okay.
The next 2, she finished 2nd to Sam Finley in Drummondville, 2nd to Yeti Irwan in Calgary, and then she finished 3rd in St. John. So she's been kind of come along, and she's playing against all the top women anyway. So
yeah, for sure.
I think she's going to be ready to go as well.
Awesome. Sticking with women, so women's singles, we have Cheyenne Bubenheim representing the United States of America versus Dawn Cartwright of Canada. Talk to me about Dawn. We all know about Cheyenne.
Dawn is one. If anyone watched my show I did Saturday night, I put Dawn as our most improved player this year for Canada, for the pro division in Canada. When we first, and I even said this to her, and I said on the show, and I'll say it again here. When I first seen the list of the Canadian pros at the start, I wasn't sure about her at the start. As the season went on, she started to progress and get better and better. She took down the women's singles in St. John's, and then in the pro singles, I want to say she finished top 5 in that. And she's been really coming on. And she's another one she's not afraid to play anybody. Like we were kind of talking before this year in doubles yesterday or a few days ago, if you're listening now. Her and her partner, Crystal Higgins, they threw against Elizabeth Tennyson and Sarah Cassidy. Dawn threw a 9-4-4 against Sarah.
Okay.
Right to Sarah's 10. So they were, and Dawn and Crystal were actually up 16-6 before a couple unfortunate bags. They could have taken down Sarah and Elizabeth. Right. So
it's a big confidence boost at that point. I mean, you try to take whatever you can out of a loss. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And sometimes, like, hey, we did.
That's one of those where you're like,
we could have won. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Just kind of finish up a little bit.
I'm looking for Dawn to give Cheyenne a game.
Okay.
Right.
I think right now you might be catching her at the right time. I mean, we're not seeing like the dominant Cheyenne Bubenheim of like the last few seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, she's allowed this season, right? I mean, like,
Yep.
your world changing everything. She still had a very good season. She's qualified already to be pro. She can still win a whole bunch of money in like the women's pro shootout stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be fine, right? She's not going to take home another women's singles title, but I think she's going to be good. But again, maybe if you're ever going to beat her, maybe now is the best time to kind of pull an upset. And then with the last matchup we have is in men's singles, and it's ironic that this is men's because we got Jacob Gore for USA going against Morin.
So Guillaume Morin.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
So yeah. So it's
thank you.
I don't know why they've got his on the list. They've got his last name first, but it's
Okay.
Guillaume Morin. So Guillaume, I believe he went to all of our opens that we had this year.
Okay.
In Canada here, and he qualified as pro for 2 of them. Amazing thrower. Like he made it pretty deep in a couple of them. And it's funny that we've got him playing against Jake because his son is one of the top junior players.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah. So, but don't look for a lot of talk in this game.
Okay.
Because Guillaume's not going to talk at all. He's pretty silent. He just comes in, he throws bags, and he's consistent. So I think he probably won't get the win against Jake.
But honestly, personality wise,
points
that's the best personality to have against somebody like Jake, who's fiery, who's like tends to be overly emotional. If you have like a stone cold like killer next to it, like, just no emotion, you're not giving him anything. I mean, it might actually help a little bit. So it's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I think this one here will be a little closer than we've had of exhibitions like this in the past.
Okay.
Where it's been like the 21-0 or we only, the international players have only got like maybe 3 points or 4 points on them. I think these ones here are going to be closer.
Okay.
I'm looking still for an American 4-1 out of this here, possibly. If we get more than one win, I'm going to be ecstatic watching that. But I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people may think.
All right. So if you get more than one win, we got to have some sort of like wager on this, right?
Yeah, I think we need to figure something out.
We'll play like the Canadian national anthem, like as our intro song.
Oh, copyright infringement.
Oh, that's true.
Oh no, figure it out.
We'll figure
I'm
it
not
out.
going to sing it.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe that'll be your punishment. You got to come on
No.
and sing the national anthem if you guys don't get a win.
There's videos of me from St. John's after many.
Molson's,
No, they weren't.
Labatt Blue Light.
They were iceberg beers. I hit a bunch of icebergs, and I sank very quickly in Newfoundland.
Before we do the draft, the one thing I wanted to ask you while we had you on, we had brought up a few weeks ago that there were Canadian pros in the ACL, right? But that their overall attendance at nationals was, to put it lightly, light, right? What are your thoughts about that? Do you think that there should be some sort of a minimum if they're going to take a pro? Like, do you feel like they might have maybe taken a spot from someone else that might have been able to make it to all the nationals? Should it not matter because there's an elite program right now and that's kind of what it's built for?
I think for me, if they had the spot, I think they should have probably went to more. But I know our travel up here in Canada was more this year than it ever has been.
I'm sure
Now
it's
that
expensive, man. I get it.
Well, yeah, and we went from, the first year we had 1 open. Last year we had 2 opens. This year we had 4.
Okay.
So they were traveling for 4, and then we have a nationals coming up here the end of August. So there's like 5 tournaments that they have to travel for. So for me, I think if they would have accepted, I would have liked to have seen them gone to more and given that commitment. On the other hand, we had our commitment for up here. So
I get it.
I'm kind of back and forth on it. I think they should have kind of represented.
Going forward, like going into next season, do you think we're going to have any like international pros in the ACL, or will they just compete in like now this new Canada Pro division?
Well, as it stands right now, I believe there is 2.
Okay.
Out of the ACL Elite program, being Crystal Hagens and Lana Smith
Okay.
are coming out of the Elite program as it stands right now, depending on what happens
Okay.
in Rock Hill.
Okay.
But I think knowing that our schedule could expand here to more than 4, I think we should maybe just kind of start separating, because I know there's going to be some changes next year that are coming in.
Yeah.
And I think we should kind of really focus on our pros up here in Canada, playing in Canada, and kind of really pushing that agenda forward.
I agree. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Corndoug, hang out just for a second. Folks, don't go anywhere. The ACL World Draft. We're going to bring on Kevin Smith Jr. here, and we'll be back in just a second.
Sweet.
Do it. All right, guys, we are back, and we are about to do the World Championship Draft. We're here with Corndoug. He's still with us. He just broke down so eloquently the USA versus Canada exhibition, and now joining for the first time ever. Last year he was Ken. This year he's Kevin. Kevin Smith. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
How's it going, boys? Thanks for having me.
Dude, this is we've been talking for a while. Like, I've wanted to have you on, so I felt like this is like the perfect opportunity to have you on. You obviously, you know your stuff, you know firsthand experience with a lot of these players, so I think we'll do an adequate job of representing these folks here.
I sure hope so.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
So we're gonna do the draft. We have dramatic readings. We're gonna have fun random shit. So just buckle up, people, and just hope you don't mind me talking for like the next 2 hours. So
Sean, other people are going to talk too. Thank you, finally, for love of God.
Giddy up.
all right, so. We're doing the draft.
We did the draft
You
order.
guys, if you're listening to the show before, you know how this works. But this year, because it's the World Championship, we're upping it a little bit. We're going to be drafting 8 singles players each, and then 6 doubles. We go. I have first pick. Dane has second pick. Doug has third. Kevin, unfortunately, because he's the new guy, he has fourth pick.
Yeah.
And then
you got to tell the folks how we established.
Dane asked a question before this: how many gold medals does Kenya have in their history? And none of us knew the answer.
Yeah.
I was closest. I was off by 6, I think. They have 35?
Yeah, 35 in total.
35 in total. So I was closest, so I'm getting first pick. I'm going to elect to start in singles for this. I recently did power rankings, and I had somebody new at number 1. All season had been Mr. Ellis, and then Adam Hissner came on late, and he took down the last national, and he kind of took over that spot. So I think it'd only be fair to pick Ellis first.
Okay.
So I think Ellis it would just be the perfect cap to a crazy season. He's been close, even his worst has been 5th so far this season. So to me, it's just no shot at anyone else. I mean, there's tons of great players, but I don't know. Ellis is the one I would put my money on.
All right, well, I'm gonna take the guy that you teased.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the most recent champion, Adam Hissner.
Very true. He's thrown great. He's thrown great.
Yeah, it just seems like as long as he doesn't run into Jeremiah,
he's probably going to be runner up in MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to find out Friday.
Yeah, might be the breakout player. Who knows?
Yeah, it could be.
Great pick.
All right, Doug, who you got?
I think I'm going to go with Alex Rawls.
All right.
Interesting.
It is
You got
interesting.
over there, Doug.
Oh, he's got notes, man. He's been
What
prepping
notes you
for
looking
weeks.
at?
I got notes for doubles.
Problem
I'm
is,
just writing down my singles pick.
problem is they're just, they're all in Canadian. So it's,
You won't- yeah,
it's
you won't
all,
get it.
there's a lot of compliments on it.
There's no,
No negative
at all.
How we roll?
All right, I'm clipping that for sure.
You can,
I'm definitely clipping that. Good.
All right, Kevin.
Oh, I'm going Jamie Graham.
I like it. Teddy Grahams.
I thought he might make it all the way back.
we all know what he can do at the World
I know.
Championships.
I know.
Yeah,
I almost
something
did not pick singles because I was good. I'm like, I could start doubles and I'll get Graham at the 4th pick.
I know.
Singles. I almost did that because like I'm a believer. Like again, Jamie Graham to me is like probably my second. If I was doing a World Championship power rankings,
Yeah.
like I think I would have. Obviously, I'm going Ellis 1, Graham Hissner probably 2, 3, right around there.
Mhm. I mean, I
Rawls
was
is down the list a little bit, but he's
I
up
was
there.
selfishly
He's top
hoping
10.
he would fall to me. Like,
Yeah,
if
no,
people
yeah,
would just
for sure.
like, you guys would forget how good he is.
Yeah,
Graham's having the same season he had
That's why we
last
brought
year.
him on. That's why we
Exactly.
Kevin, you just earned your spot. You're good.
Yep, you're
All right,
good.
so that was a great pick.
You stole a
Like I
pick.
said, Graham's having the same season he had last year, just quiet, and all of a sudden, Worlds just turned it on.
Yep, correct.
Oh,
He goes
We're
for
doing
the show.
snake difference
we're doing
maker.
the snake draft, right? I'm up
Yep,
again.
you're
Yes,
up
you are,
again.
yes.
Ooh. Yeah, you got to give me Harbaugh.
Okay.
Alrighty.
You think he's going to finally get over the hump?
Yeah.
Okay.
we say every national, like, he's due. Well, just when is it going to happen?
Well, I love the fact that he's
Gotta
okay.
ride it one more time.
You're an ACL pro and you're picking Harbaugh because you know how good he is. I've said this a thousand times about Harbaugh, is that the respect he has of like his game to his peers. Like, it's hard to impress a lot of like pros, like when you've seen them, but every single person you talk to, they're like, Devin Harbaugh is just different.
Yeah, he's the greatest player.
Like, he's just like one of the best, and it's just like an anomaly that he hasn't won yet. Maybe the
Yeah.
World Championships is. I listen. It would be awesome. I think everyone would love to see it. He's one of the nicest dudes in the game, but
Totally.
he's just got to get over that hump.
Hell yeah.
And Worlds comes down to like who can play in front of crowds like that.
Yeah,
And those guys are just, man, I don't know. I
Yeah.
love it.
yeah.
I'm riding them for sure.
All right.
Whoa. All right, buy him dinner first. Christ.
Yeah.
It's an explicit show, so we're good. Okay.
All right, Doug, who you got?
I'm going to go a guy that finished second to Graham last year, and that's Chris Kingsbury.
Okay.
God.
Rawls and Kingsbury. I think I know who his
Yeah.
first doubles team is going to be.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's different roles.
That's true. His brother.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, Dane. Who we
Very
going with
similar.
here?
I know it's tricky. There's a lot of good names left up here, but going with the guy, another recency bias, someone who I think is right on the cusp of being great, and I'm going with Trzynski.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
You talk about a kid that comes alive during like the bright lights and stuff. I mean, I
he
think
needs
it's
it. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great pick. I'd love to see it too. That yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
I mean he's my favorite player to watch right now, hands down.
I'm going
Little
with
Fireball.
a kid that started off the season red hot. He reminds me of Devin Harbaugh. I've been saying it for the last 2 seasons. I think he's probably one of the most talented players in the league. He just has to get the win. Gavin Cano.
Wow. Damn. There's so many good players. It's crazy.
Yes, there are.
This next one, I think it's disrespectful, and it might be for the first time in history of this draft of us doing this stuff that this guy is going in the 3rd round, and it's pretty bananas. I know he's ranked 18th right now, but if he came out and Tony Smith wins the World Championship, none of us are going to be fucking surprised. All right, so Tony Smith, put some respect on the name. He's a little first pick in the 3rd round. I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean I'm
Great.
going to sound lame because I'm sticking near the top, but
Yeah.
these guys have performed well and are there for a reason, but just because he's there, man, I'm taking Eric Davis.
Yep. I mean, listen, he proved last time, final chase, he can win his bracket. We didn't know he could do that in this format. We knew at Pro Shootout, he's going to be the favorite, but at least in the round to 21 format, he finally won his bracket. There's always, if you can't win your bracket, you can never win the event. If you win your bracket, your odds drastically improve. He can do it. We'll see if he's been playing really well this season, so we'll see if he can turn it out.
If he keeps this cool, he's tough to beat.
Yeah, if he plays smart. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If he just avoids giving up those rounds of 6 and be like, it's okay to give up 2. You don't have to grab every bag. Like,
Right,
we
right.
know you can.
Yeah.
We know you can, but you don't do it unless you have to do it.
But that's literally, I mean, we went over the Trzynski-Davis match ad nauseum, literally saying that it almost felt like Davis lost it more than Trzynski won it. Because he
And I know, and I hate
kind
saying
of
that,
threw
'cause-
some dumb bags, and
Yeah.
Trzynski just kind of stayed true and didn't have to do too much of fancy shit to win that one.
Yep.
All right, Doug,
Doug,
who's coming in hot?
So
I think I'm going to go with what Sean said. I'm crazy. I'm getting this guy in the 3rd round, but taking Mark Richards.
Oh, Kevin's sitting there thinking he's going to be a steal gem. All right.
Ivory, dude.
Yeah, this is like a pro fantasy football league here. All right.
We know what we're doing.
I agree, Doug, and I mulled over it. I almost went Smith and Richards as my back-to-back. I just don't think there's something going on there, and I can't tell what it is. I don't know if it's just The only thing that's really changed over the last 2 seasons is now he just tends to try to roll the bag a lot. If you can hear this, Mark, going in the world change, just don't fucking throw it. Don't go back to what you're really good at, man. Just stop. You already proved to everybody that you don't have to have a roll bag to do anything. You know what I mean? You can just be the best replace and bully bag player on the planet. That's literally how he won a world championship, just bullying bags left and right to a championship and then just hitting airmails. Just simplify the game again, man. I think sometimes why fix it? Sometimes it gets boring.
If it ain't broke.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
100%.
I thought you were going to say the only thing that's changed is that he got married.
Well, you got engaged.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, listen, it's a big difference, brother.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right?
he's married now, I think.
Is he married now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's married now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got.
You're making me second guess myself.
No, Dougie, you're on it, dude.
Sorry.
I think he's married now.
I try as much as I'm on social media.
The down and back and use something before the ass.
Thank you.
That's all.
Yeah, it just means that I wasn't invited.
Just,
so
I get one.
Yeah, we keep our fingers on the pulse that make players better.
Yeah.
All right.
Still waiting on that invite, Mark. Sweet. Yeah,
sweet invite, bro.
Yeah. See you when you're on guest again.
I would have sang at your wedding.
All right, Kevin, what's going on? You got back-to-back picks here.
Yeah. We're going to go Matt Guy.
Okay.
Yep. And then I'm going Ethan Walker.
I like that.
Good pick. Saying it like a fantasy football pick. Like, good pick.
No, but this is the point where, okay, all the top ranked players are pretty much gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, now you're going through, like, who's studs? Who deserves to get picked here?
Absolutely.
Who could do it? Yeah.
The names that are left that maybe haven't had the greatest of seasons, but if they come up and win, no one's going to be surprised.
Correct. Dougie Fresh.
All right, Doug. Back to you, sir.
I think I'm going to go with Ryan Smith.
Okay.
The other Smith.
Yes.
The other Smith. There's only a few of them.
Yeah, let me put Tony's name in here so Sean doesn't get confused.
Ryan it's crazy because like 4 seasons ago, like he was the best player on the planet, and then it's almost like he just doesn't give a shit about singles anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's like I want to play really well in doubles. Like I think that's like which is okay. That's how you automatically qualify. If you're thinking about it, you have a good partner. It's not the dumbest way to go about it, but he has so much potential, and the guy is such a smart player. And if you can put it all together, I agree, man. Like it wouldn't surprise me if he won.
No, not at all.
I think the ACL would love that. It's a
I would love it.
marketing dream.
So why not?
Yeah.
All right.
You done scrolling here, trying to?
I'm just reading
snipe
some
picks.
names.
Yeah, I know.
Are you guys looking at names?
I just have the ACL list up, just
Think I
refreshing
need
my
it.
memory. Everyone's names are really weird, so it's hard to remember them. But yeah, I mean, dude, I gotta take him. I mean, the youngin's been hot all season. I gotta go Trader. Still sitting there.
Honestly, I'm dumb for not taking him last time.
I went back and forth between Smith and Trader.
Wrongly assumed that he was already picked, I guess, and I just wasn't paying attention enough. But yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah.
In the 4th round, fourth round, getting Ryan Trader. He's ranked 2nd. What are we doing
Put
here?
some
folks?
respect on that name.
God damn. All right, we're gonna have to change the order for Dane's picks, but like this is ridiculous. I'm gonna go with my first pick is gonna be another young gun. Again, I think that any other season, if it wasn't for Ellis and Trader, I think that Braden Wilson would probably win Rookie of the Year. So I'm gonna go Braden Wilson there. And this other guy, I just keep waiting for him to put it all together. He was never known as a singles dude, but I don't know. He's kind of been Dane's dude all season, so I'm just gonna take him now because I know I won't get a chance to take again. I'm gonna take Logan Chamberlain.
Okay, you bastard. So I was just about to take him, Sean. He's sitting there for me.
Well, we've done this a few times, so
I know. Logan, if you let me down and win this one, I'm gonna be upset now because I've taken you in every other draft.
You know what's going to happen. You're getting the Sean kiss of life. How about that?
Yeah, I'm another name that I think could just kind of throw a flash out there. He gets it done at Worlds, but give me Birchfield.
Yeah, I like that.
That's what I was going for next.
Damn, he felt kind of low, actually.
That's where I thought, honestly, I was planning on taking Wilson and Birchfield because I thought Chamberlain was going to be taken to a Trader.
Yeah.
Because I had, again, assumed that he was already picked. Didn't wasn't even looking. I'm like, as soon as I kind of looked at it again, I'm like, oh shit, I know who you're going to take. I'm like, he's fucking still there.
He's just sitting there.
Dumb.
Pluck
I
him.
would have, god damn, I'm stupid. Anyways,
Just
all right.
left him there.
Yeah.
All right, Doug.
Gonna go Tanner Halbert.
Beautiful.
Tanner.
What a gorgeous golf swing that kid has.
Former world
Really?
champion.
Yeah. Yeah. Just insane golf swing.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
And Tanner won the advanced world championship when at the time you can argue was the
He should've been
hardest division
Oh yeah, that
in
was
the world.
that was an insane
Because that's when
field.
it was open to pro and advanced level players, and he was just a monster. Still is.
No, yeah. Great
And a
pick.
gentleman.
Yeah, I like Tanner.
All right, Kevin, we got you for back to back.
Yeah, I've got 2 back-to-back Floridians. Give me Justin Rule and Shibby.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about rule season this year? Like
Fire.
went from like ranked 160th or something like that, and now he's top 20.
Mhm.
Like it's just an absolute stud. And I think I wrote about it in my power rankings because I think he just was left out. Whereas maybe what did I write about? I thought I wrote something about him, but his PPR
It was about breakout player.
he went from like an 8.9 something to over a 10. Like he's like third in the ACL right now in PPR. Like that is some changing shit. Like Kevin, do you know, like, did he change anything mechanics wise or bad company? Do you know?
I mean, he lost a shit ton of weight.
Okay.
Maybe
that happens.
helped, you know what I mean?
Sometimes.
I don't
Helps
know.
with your endurance.
Yeah.
You can last those.
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
He
on,
lost
he was like a thicker bottom half dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like he wasn't like huge up top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I feel like sometimes if you're huge up top, that drastic arm. We talked about it with Jamie Graham before, right? Like when he was going fluctuating weight, I really think that has something to do with it. You know what I mean? Like whether your arm is out here or whether you're super skinny and you can throw it like with your arm close to your body like normal people. You know what I mean? Like it makes a big difference.
Justin's been top 5 PPR every event for nationals, I believe.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, he's having a great season. And again, if it wasn't for like he has like that breakout player potential. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure. He was definitely. I know he was one of the finalists for
Yeah,
it too.
for sure.
So
Rule and Shibby, baby. I'll take that.
hell yeah.
All right, Doug. Follow it up.
Think I'm gonna go Kyle Malone.
Okay.
Damn. Great one.
Well, another guy that I would not be expecting him to be at this point.
I feel like he's just more locked in for doubles this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I've always kind of pegged him as more of a doubles guy, even though he's had success on the singles stage. But
Sure.
yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, if you
Yeah.
will. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Chamberlain's partner and give me JBJ.
You like just looking what I'm writing down over here?
I can't read. I can't even see what you're writing down right now.
Cheat sheet.
Yeah.
My cheat sheet's up on the screen. You can literally see what I'm scrolling through right now. All right, Sean, back to back. You can't take JBJ. He was just taken.
Thank you.
The pick
That's the
before
last
you.
round, right?
No. So Sean's got picks 6 and 7 here,
Oh, okay.
and then you'll close this out with your picks starting the last round.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to go with the young gun, Sammy Soto. He just tends to do well in these really big events, world championships. I mean, he hasn't quite shown up as much as I would have liked throughout the season after a really good showing at the first national. But thank you for clarifying that it was not CETA.
I always have
Yes,
to
thank you
throw it
very
in there
much.
just so you don't write down the wrong name.
When you think of world championships, like when I'm drafting somebody, to me, like I have to truly believe like they can win, right? I've been a little bit of a critic of this guy because I feel like he has a really good game, but I feel like he gives up too many big rounds, and sometimes it hurts him in singles and in doubles. But he's won one before. You got to go big fish, man. Fisher Hamilton is just. I feel like he's just too talented not to get picked.
Big fish.
I would agree.
It's a good pick. I'm going to go with somebody who's quietly climbed up the ranks in singles standings. And he's a guy that definitely has the game to do it, and he can grind. You get where I'm coming from? He's Eddie Grinder's sleeve.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
thought
let's
you
go
were Adrian
Grinder's
Johnson.
sleeve.
So is it Adrian Johnson?
No,
Is
I'm
that your
going Eddie G.
Oh, can I just say I'm so proud of Adrian Johnson. I actually posted a clip like a week or two ago of him actually losing a round.
What?
It was like just bananas. Like I thought Facebook was going to shut down. Pretty crazy. Anyway, sorry. Sorry.
All right, Doug.
That kind of like be me like posting my one round.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We
All
just embrace sucking.
Who you got, Doug?
I think I'm going to go for my young guy right now. I'm going to go Alex Hicks.
Baby goat.
It's got to be tough to be Alex right now.
Sure does.
Because he was the anointed one. He was like the cool kid on the block. And now, like, he's not that he's not, but it's like you're just, we have Ryan Trader who's actually going in, like, doing baby goat stuff. You know what I mean? Like, actually winning stuff.
I mean, honestly, he doesn't strike me as that kind of
No,
kid, though, that thinks he needs to be cool, though. He's very just like, he's
not.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
just
on
a nice
with him.
kid.
He's that dude's solid.
No, and it's more of a, when he didn't do it, when he wasn't successful, like, it just kind of took on, like, all right, well, the junior level is just not ready to compete.
Yeah.
At the highest level. At opens, it's just a different feel. But when it comes down for big boy pants, like, maybe the juniors just aren't ready yet.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have, like, Ryan Trader come in and Braden Wilson, and I'm like, oh, like, all right, just maybe Hicks just hasn't put it all together yet in one event.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
It's tough out there, man.
It is.
Tough.
Oh,
Sledding.
it is, for sure.
That's why I'm not out there doing it.
That's why.
It's work. All right, Kevin, your last two picks here.
Someone took Braden Wilson, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's firmly on my team.
It's in the fourth
Firm.
round.
Firm. Let me get Weed Whacker.
That's a good pick.
The old weed whacker.
Because every year at Worlds, there's always somebody that we all know the name, but like they haven't had the best season. They come out of left field.
Yep.
Like I would say, like Duncan Klemmer, right? His famous match. Like he had a good season. He had a lot of hype behind him, but really didn't do anything until Worlds. And then he shows up at Worlds and has this epic match with Trey Birchfield. Like I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if it was Wiedenfeld, like somebody like that. Like we know how talented the dude is. He just hasn't put it all together yet.
He's insane. Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah.
Someone took Birchfield, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I got to go with probably one of my favorite players. Give me Cody Henderson.
Okay. Again, that's another crazy pick, but I mean, it just makes it's crazy enough to like I could actually see it happening.
It might just work.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Cody's such a good dude.
I
Like
love
he
Cody.
gets like I don't I think
one of my
he's
favorite
more like
players.
yeah, he's just very down to earth.
For
He's
sure.
one of those guys. Anytime any tournament I'm at, I always try to make a point like I know he's at and just go talk to him for a minute because he's just a good hang.
He's
And
a good
everyone's
hang.
always watching his match.
Always.
I don't care what anyone says.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah,
going-
that's true. There's always a small crowd anytime
and that's
anywhere
what,
it goes.
that's what it's about.
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
All right, Doug.
Great.
Who's
Last
your final?
pick in singles.
Is Connor Weiss playing?
No. I wrote down
Dion?
a couple rounds ago.
Who's
I
that?
wrote down 4 names that were going to be
Brandon Brown.
my last 4 picks. No,
Definitely Brandon Brown.
they're not. He's not there.
Dion?
Not there.
All right,
Dion's not there either.
I know, I'm just messing.
he's Canadian. It's too nice to tell you to shut the fuck up. That's your cue, Doug.
I think I'm gonna take the other guy that just got married, being Jordan Power,
Okay.
the guy who's king of Canada. He wins everything when he comes to Canada.
He's
So he
done
will
pretty
take
well at
down
World
this weekend as
Championships too. He's done well at World Championships.
That he has.
Jayless Jordan.
Yes.
Taking Jayless Jordan. All right.
It's a bold move. he's now a knee set man.
Jordan.
He's more of a knee man now.
Swapped a J with a Joe.
All right.
Good job.
He's still Jay. Yeah, he's still he's still got Jay.
No, he's fired. He'll be good. That's a
And
good pick.
we were talking about some of our favorite people, and
Don't do it.
this guy's done it before. I think he's
Are
going
you
to do
gonna
it
fucking
again.
If you do it, you've been reading my fucking list.
I am not reading your
Okay,
list,
bullshit.
Sean.
Tell
We
me
do
who you're
this.
gonna put it on.
Stephen Burnett.
But fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
had
yeah,
two
great.
two
Yeah.
out of the 3 names I wrote down. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna ever get this.
Well,
I was
Sean,
thinking
I'm
him
scrolling
too.
through, and that thing just lit up.
Bernie,
like-
my bad, dude. That's
yeah, I
right.
mean,
Well, I'm going to need a second.
Can't leave him off this list. Sean, who is your last pick?
He was
30
fire.
seconds.
Now, I didn't get to see him in teams there. They played tonight or last night, but he was so on fire.
Yeah, he's
on
just
the weekend there.
when he's dripping bags in, man, he is so hard to beat, and his airmail is on. Good night.
Yep.
Give me. He deserves to be picked. Chris Roybal. Again, he's one of those guys that like not a lot of people realize it, but he's already been killing it this week.
I mean, you
early
want to talk
on.
about mechanic change? That
Dude.
kid went through the craziest change of a throw I've ever seen in my life. His throw was so long it couldn't beat the shot
I've
clock.
watched him play a bunch early this week, and I'm super impressed. The dude he throws a high PPR. He's always around the hole. He doesn't try to do too much with it. So yeah, I mean, would I be surprised if he won the world championship? Yes, I would. But I think he will make a very good run, and I think he deserves to be top 32. So
Heck yeah.
for sure.
My two names that were left were Power and Roybal. I was going between those two guys. So it was,
Okay.
Well, you chose wrong.
I almost want somebody like because again, it's world championships, right? Weird stuff happens. Like I was thinking like Double D or Frank Modlin.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like just the old guys they just know the grind that the world championship is, and it just wouldn't surprise me if one of those guys. That's why like a Matt Guy could finally show up and show out. I mean, again, we're seeing a sober Matt Guy. World championships have not always treated Matt Guy kindly in the past with alcohol, so maybe this is the answer. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Very
Find
true.
out.
So I have one question. Should the MVP automatically win Rookie of the Year?
If they're eligible for both.
Yes.
So you're saying if the MVP is also a rookie, do they automatically win Rookie of the Year?
Yes.
Okay.
If the MVP. Yeah, I mean, how do they not?
Exactly.
The question that I struggled with.
I mean, to me, it's just like we're not just handing out awards here. Like, if you win the MVP, then guess what?
Okay, so let's
means
just throw
that
this
you are
out.
the rookie
Let's
of the
just
year.
throw this out there. I got a lot of shit. I had at least 10 plus messages being like, love the episode, but like I don't follow your logic at all. Okay. So my logic was I did not vote for Ellis to win Rookie of the Year. He was my second place vote. I gave Ryan Trader the vote. And listen, if looking back on it, I wish if I'm using my logic and my argument, I can't give Ellis a vote at all then. You know what I mean? Because I'm saying that to me, Ellis, I don't consider him a rookie. He's already been a professional player. I know it was another league. He's a rookie in the ACL, but to me, a true Rookie of the Year performance was Ryan Trader. I should not have given Ellis a second place vote. Looking back on it, is he probably still going to win both? I mean, I'm not upset about it. Like I still believe that and I told Ellis that to himself. He messaged me right after he heard the episode. And I told him, like, listen, it's no hard feelings. I mean, this is just how I feel, but like, it's not going to change.
No, I know. It's like, I understand the argument.
I do understand 100% what you're saying.
Yeah.
If Ryan Trader had won 3 nationals and was always also up for Rookie of the Year, I'm not going to go vote for Braden Wilson just because I don't think one should happen. I'm just saying in this particular case, I also did not vote for Matt Guy for Rookie of the Year when he won under the same principle. Like, to me, I did not consider him a rookie, and it's just me, and I get that. But if I'm going to get the right to vote, like it's my opinion, that's why I'm going to put it in there. So I don't know.
Well, if you look at you look at some of the other sports, that wasn't said. If you've been a professional elsewhere for a certain amount of years, you cannot be
That's
a Rookie of the Year
all I'm
in
saying,
our
Doug.
professional league,
That's all I'm saying.
right? And that's really what I was kind of struggling with as well, was that where he's come from and what he's done, these other younger ones haven't had that opportunity.
I know in the ACL, and again, we're not part of the ACL, but we're talking about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know the ACL likes to pretend that there's no other league, right?
Yeah.
Like there's nobody else exists. Like the TCL is cute because they're regional, but like, you know, like we're not allowed
Doug
to say.
can't acknowledge him.
I know,
Right.
but like the letter O in the alphabet does exist. All right, it doesn't just go L.
Not in Canada.
Right? What's that?
There's no that O's in Canada.
Well, here in America, all right, we already established, all right.
Yeah.
And again, if you guys can squeak out 2 wins somehow, we'll do some punishment or whatever. But like, let's be honest, we got to figure out your punishment if we blank you guys. Anyways, but I don't know. That's my thought at least.
Yeah, I mean, I already heard your thoughts. I was just seeing how they swayed with it.
Yeah, no, it's like, you know, I know for me, the only other one I have is hockey, and that's where, you know, some number of years ago, we had like a 42-year-old guy from Russia who played pro in Russia for like 20 years, win Rookie of the Year. in the NHL, right? It's like, yeah, it's kind of dirty, but
Yeah.
right?
That's
So
true.
it's
You're calling Jeremiah Ellis dirty. I get it. It's a great comparison.
No,
I get it.
not at all. He's not on the show. He's all good. But no,
I'm going to clip that so bad and send it to
he's
Jeremiah.
a dirty thrower. He can throw a lot of dirty bags. He's good that way. But no, it's. I just think if been a pro for say, maybe put a number of years on it. If you've been pro somewhere else for a number of years,
Yeah.
you can't be a rookie. Like, because I'm the same with you for Matt Guy when he was, my vote didn't go to Matt Guy because it's like, he's already done like a whole bunch of other stuff, right?
Yeah, correct.
Well, yeah, people have known who he was for how many years.
He was, if we're being honest, he was pretty much the only player that people knew.
But that season, it was just like a reward for him, like for joining the ACL and being
it's
successful.
okay. Sometimes you gotta do that, man. Like, it's okay.
But this time it was like we had a rookie come in and outright be number one overall. So I don't know.
Yeah. See, for me, I didn't know who Jeremiah Ellis was. So like, I thought he was insane, but everyone else knew who he was.
We just, again, we're in the same state. So we've seen him at a bunch of regionals and all the state championships and all that stuff. And early on, we did do some ACO stuff, just kind of keeping an eye on who was good and stuff. And he's way, I don't want to say way better. He's definitely improved his game since then, but he's always been a really good player.
Well, he's finally committed to it.
Yeah, correct.
Before he used to go and win ACO and not
name.
practice that much.
Yeah.
Until I met him at Worlds last year.
Okay.
Right? So.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
All right, let's do doubles.
Yeah. Time for doubles.
Doubles, yes.
So, Kevin, you'll kick us off, followed by Doug, then myself, and then Sean for back-to-backs and snake it on back. I don't know why that surprises you. It happens every time.
I know it does.
Maybe you shouldn't have picked so well with your metal guess.
It's true.
All right.
Kevin leads us off here.
Yeah. Forgot we were doing this. I was supposed to think about this the whole time. I really don't know how I don't go probably Mark and Tony.
Yeah,
It's a smart pick. It is.
I
just
can't
don't know
argue
how
with it.
How do you not? I don't know.
No, I get it.
Well, you say two different names, but you're going to go with them.
You're gonna go, how do we go with Smith and Tony?
Yeah, I'm rolling with that.
All right.
Lock that in.
Taking Smith and Richards.
Locked in. Smith Richards.
That way Tony doesn't have to throw the bags to himself.
Yep.
Run back and forth. And that ghost.
I said Tony and Mark, didn't I?
No.
No, he did.
Yeah,
Did he say Tony and Mark?
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said
Tony and Mark.
Oh, I thought he said
I heard
Smith
Tony and Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Sean's just trying to make you look bad. It's all right. I got you.
Okay.
It's locked
Okay.
in. Doug,
We're going to go back to the tape.
you're going to be wrong.
I know. I wasn't paying attention.
I think I'm going to go with Halbert and Trzynski.
Okay.
All right. Good picks. Good picks.
But you're going to say we're wrong.
You're wrong, though, because this is going to be Ryan Hart and Jeremiah Ellis taking this one down.
All right. So.
Is that the rookie, Ellis? Or
Yeah.
Yes. The seasoned rookie.
All right. I'm going to go with Justin Burton Jr., Logan Chamberlain. And again, it's World Championship time. They don't have to worry about, it's kind of like a hometown crowd for them. They don't have to travel much. They tend to play really well in Carolina. I'm going to go with Graham and Modlin.
Yeah, it's definitely who I was going to take coming back, but that's fine. Give me Wilson Sims. See if they can keep that train
They might have
rolling.
my favorite vibe between them.
Well, actually, I was going to ask you, should we clip that one? Like that one game where he was screaming and hit those two big push shots? Because I'd just be like, "Rah."
Oh, that's true. Oh, yes. Okay. I what you're saying.
We'll do that.
Yes, correct.
All right. See, you guys are hearing the process firsthand.
Correct. That's
And all the
pretty much how it
listeners.
happens.
Yep.
And I'm going to write it down on a piece of paper, and I'll be like, "Where did I write that down?"
Yeah, it's somewhere here. This leaflet.
What does this code mean?
All right, Doug. Bring it around town. I left him there for you.
Can't leave off the defending champs, Eddie and KB.
You could though, because I mean they haven't really shown up this year.
I think they're going to.
Did they show up last year?
Oh yeah,
At the end.
they
showed
won
up
3 in a row.
Oh, well, yeah, last couple. Yeah.
See, I don't pay attention. Man.
Yeah, Eddie
And
and
KB finished
listen,
second in his bracket in every single national.
we've said this a few times. If you're wondering, like, what happened to Caleb Batson, just go check out his Facebook profile. Dude's got a girlfriend now. He's looking good. You know, he's trim. Like, he's got other interests in life. It's okay. Like, that's what we've said. It's going to inevitably happen to this young group of dudes. All the 15, 16-year-olds are going to get their first blowjob, and then, like, they're just going to forget about cornhole. Yeah. Like, it's going to happen. That's life, man. It's okay. It's good. I want to see that happen. Because guess what? When they're 40 and they're losers, they can come back and play again. Right?
And then hate it because they realize, like, I used to be so good at this game.
The game is too early for us to see the return of those once really good players.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's going to be really cool to see 20 years from now, like if the Gore brothers stop playing, right? And then they go away, but then 20 years from now, they come back when they're like mid-30s, like, and just start dominating, talking shit when they're 30. Can you imagine? Like, that's going to be fucking awesome. Like, that's what I can't wait, but like, it's still so early, but.
Or they
I think
never
eventually
leave,
we'll see it.
Sean.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They never leave.
Or they never leave. Yes. There's a strong possibility, unfortunately.
Kevin, you got back-to-back picks.
Oh,
I know it happens quick when there's only 4 of us.
That's all we ever have.
give
Very
me
true.
Isner and Burgefield. And then for my second team, I don't know how I'm skipping over those guys, but I don't. I mean, how do you not take Dool and Coy right now? They're, you know. Give me Bernasette and Lopez Jr.
Okay, so we got to talk about them just for a second.
Oh,
because
for sure.
they're not getting enough love for the amazing season that they had. The first 3 nationals, they were runner-up in their bracket. So they were knocking on the door all freaking season, and it was kind of a quiet thing because, like, they're just 2 guys that just kind of go about their business. They're a
They're both
team.
quiet guys.
Yeah, and like the
yeah.
World Championships again. Always something weird always happens. There's always a team that is in quotes unexpected. Birchfield. The reason you listen to this show is so that when you can sound smart yourself, telling your friends, be like, "Oh, Bernasette and Lopez," like, no, they've been killing it. So they've been having a phenomenal season. I think that's a really good pick. It's like an under the radar pick. Like it's low key. Like they're having a killer season. What are they at right now? Are they like 12th or something?
Yep.
Yeah,
11th.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Doug. You are up, sir.
Okay. Well, since my next 2 picks were just taking the 2 before me, I'm going to do the Ryans, Smith and Wiedenfeld.
It's a good pick.
for sure.
Yep, because if they didn't go to you, I was going to take them, but instead, I mean, again, what is a season without a Kyle Malone championship? So I got to take Malone Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's funny to me that we're all passing up on them because they're just not exciting. They're kind of vanilla. They just, I don't know. Like, I want to like them, but it's like Rawls and Holland. Just put them on my team. Listen, I have them on my fantasy team for like real money. They're money makers. Like they just go and they never have a bad performance. They're always top at least 3 in their bracket. It's just I don't know. It's just there's nothing crazy about them. They're kind of forgettable. They're very vanilla, but sometimes vanilla is delicious. Sometimes vanilla is delicious.
You've literally called them vanilla so much.
I know.
This season, I'm pretty sure that they need like a T-shirt made that just says like "We're vanilla."
That is fucking true. That is true. We might need to make that happen. If I see them at Spencer's,
we can get them whipped up real quick.
2 scoops of vanilla ice cream. And then this team is, I think that they've performed low because I thought going into this season, it was a lock for these 2 dudes to be like a top 3, firmly establish themselves up there. And we're having a debate on like Smith and Richards, or is it Hamilton Cano? Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going Hamilton Cano. I think that it's just a matter of time. Again, these 2 are going to figure it out. And they're just too talented for them not to get a win.
Agreed.
I disagree because I don't want you to win. So, all right. Next up, I'm gonna go. Yeah, give me the most recent guys. Give me Shibner Landis. Scheibner.
Shibby. Shibby, yes,
Love
correct.
that.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that, like, now that they have one,
Oh
like,
yeah, they can
is
just
the confidence going to just kind of
keep it rolling. Pun
They
intended.
know they can
Yeah,
hang now,
man,
yep.
and Gage Landis doesn't get enough credit for how good he is too.
Yeah.
Like, Shibby's very outgoing, personable dude, so he's just like well liked, I think, in the cornhole community. So I think he gets a little bit more love. But low key,
Right.
like Gage is really fucking talented, and I don't think he gets enough credit sometimes.
100%.
I don't know if he's looking for it though.
No,
I
he's
feel
not,
like
which is great. I mean,
I
but
feel like he likes right where he's at.
no,
Yep.
for sure, yes, absolutely.
All right, Doug. We're on to you.
I think I'm going to go Power and Neistat right now.
Jayless Jordan again.
Yeah, man, I just,
It's Orden Power right now.
they don't seem. They
Joe's got the new
don't.
job. He's got the new aerospace
I know
job,
they
and
just
he's all
don't
ready to
seem
go.
like they enjoy throwing together. I got to be honest with you.
All right.
If I'm saying it, just insider info is telling me that I don't think that they're going to be partnering up next year, and I don't
Probably
think this
not.
has been a happy experience for either one of them. So I think the sooner they wrap this up, the better. But thanks, you can take an L on that one. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
And I
Doug-
like both guys. Just sometimes two guys just don't play well together.
Yeah,
right?
and honestly, your argument, I don't know, if you know the common cornhole man saying, oh, aerospace job and cornhole, those two don't really mix that well
Yeah.
in this game right now.
Yeah. That's why we keep. That's why we stop at 21. Okay, like, let's be serious.
How many more teams do I have?
You have 3 more picks. You got 2 here, and then you'll finish this off with the final.
Excellent. I just had it. And I lost it. Give me Ethan Walker and Crabtree.
It's an interesting pick.
Yeah, well, I like him. I like him a lot.
No, and I think it's smart too because they throw same bags. They've been throwing together a lot recently because Ethan was back home.
A lot.
Yeah.
Give me Frisch and Austin Cameron.
Yeah, they've been killing it this year, man.
It looks sticky at Worlds, so
Does it?
it looked like it.
Okay.
So
I like my Shibby Landis pick even more now.
Yeah.
I mean, I was watching teams, and yeah, Frisch was just bouncing everything in.
Yeah, that kid's crazy talented too.
Mm-hmm.
And Austin Cameron was already a stud coming over. I mean,
Yeah, and they have fun. They're loose, dude.
Oh
they're young. They're loose.
Yeah, you don't have any responsibilities. You don't have a mortgage to go. You don't have
Right.
a wife
Yes.
calling you, bitching at you, like telling you how terrible the kids are and you're a piece of shit for leaving again. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can play
Yes.
nice and loose, man.
All right, Doug.
Okay.
Back
Definitely
over to you.
because it's my last draft to take this guy one more time. And I always take him, and I know he's performed well for me in the past, and I know his partner will do well as well. Give me Empfer and Damon Dennis.
Is Double D walking away after the season?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I can't tell you the information that I have. So
Well, I mean,
my
you
money's
just-
uh,
my money's on yes.
yeah, I mean, you kind of made it seem like
Yeah.
it's the last time you could draft him. So,
well, for this year, it's the last draft I'm going to have for this
nah,
year.
that's not how you phrase it, though.
Yeah. Could read
I think
between the
there's a
lines,
lot
my
of
friend.
people-
Could read between the lines. Oh, yeah. Who do I want to go here?
These rounds are tough.
They are tough. But you know what? Just because I would love to see it.
I know who you're going to do it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Give me Guy Nation.
God, I thought they were going to sneak all the way back to me.
Almost did.
All right,
But-
so
There's between 3 in here.
because you guys
Honestly,
are
thought they were
forcing my
already gone. I
hand.
totally forgot.
Again, they're a very good team. They're just not anything exciting, but they seemed very nice when I finally got to meet them at the Canton Open. Give me Kingsbury and Rawls. I'm just taking the whole Rawls clan. I better be invited for Thanksgiving or at least a Christmas card or something. Jesus Christ. Make-A-Wish Foundation here. Let's get you guys included. And then I'm going to go 2 young guns. I think it's going to be kind of fun to watching them. Give me Gore and Soto.
Great team.
Yeah, they just had a good run in the junior stuff, so I figured like it's good warm up, just get them hot, get a little confidence going, and see it done.
Isn't this like his area?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, correct.
Yep.
It's almost like a hometown crowd for them too. So
Just looking down the list, seeing if there's any
you're scrolling way down, man.
fun people still left here.
Oh, we see one of Doug's picks though.
That we do. Way down there, Doug. I'm still scrolling.
Don't take my one.
No, I'm gonna give a shout out to the sponsor,
Yes,
and let's
do
go
it.
with
Do it.
Roy Ball Ramirez. Let's
Which is
take
again,
the
that's not
co-ed
to me.
team.
That's not a Make a Wish pick.
No, not at
because
all.
They're ranked 25th right
Yeah.
now. Like they've had a really good season. They finished second in their bracket, I think 2 out of 4 nationals. So they're another one of those teams that's been knocking on the door all.
And they have great chemistry together, and
And
like
they
that
throw
goes a
dragon-
long way.
they throw
so
dragon
They throw the
bags?
dragon
Like, are you
bags, which
serious?
scientifically makes you a better thrower.
It does. Whole point PPR better for me this season. That's bananas.
Incredible, and you throw less.
Yeah,
It's just a miracle worker.
correct.
All right, Doug. Who is your
I had
last but
2
not
names
least?
on the list left, and you just took one of them.
Okay, that's nice.
So I think I'm going to give a shout out to one of the winners from Canada this year. I'm going to take Elizabeth Tennyson and Sarah Cassidy.
okay,
Tough team.
very yeah.
That it is. I'd be distracted
I mean, yeah,
just because of their talent.
yeah. I know who you talk about.
Okay, jeez. Don't try to get me in trouble, guys. All right, Kevin,
Yes, sir.
unload your final pick.
I was gonna go Trader and Hicks, but I don't know. Travis Purser and Justin Rule are sticking out to me.
I mean, another hometown dude, right? Isn't Travis Purser from North Carolina?
Yes, he is.
Come on, baby, go figure it out. Let's go Trader and Hicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you dash the dreams of the young guns, bring up their name, be like, I was going to pick you guys, but I don't think you're good enough. So let me.
I don't know,
pick somebody else.
dude. I need Baby Hicks to lock or Baby Goat to lock in.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like they're another one of those teams. If they won, I actually wouldn't be surprised.
No, not
I'd
at
be
all.
more surprised it's taken them this long to put it together because they're both so fucking good. Ryan Trader's been winning everything by itself.
Well, and my big thing with Trader is look at how much he changed his throw this year from the way he was last year.
Yeah,
Right? Because with that whole new rule where you have to keep that 1 foot in, like he was walking like 2 or 3 feet down the court.
yeah.
And then he was able to just really change that up and kind of calm things down a little bit.
I want to see
But,
Ryan Trader throw like that when he's like 35, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way. Like you're waking up so sore. You can get away with one tournament, but that next day, you're not following that up. There's no way. There's no way. Like
Game
my hip
3,
hurts.
My hip is
so-
gone.
oh yeah, dude, my hip hurts so bad just watching that
Same with Fisher, dude. Like he's got to protect those knees.
shit. Correct.
Shit, locks, drops, pops, all of it.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Yeah. I think Baby Goat starting to look at girls. I think he's occupied. I think his mind's somewhere else.
Well, it better be with Jesus.
I think he became a teenager and he's a little distracted.
I get that.
Let's try to find all these.
But don't they face Tennyson and Cassidy in the first round?
I think
I'm
they
just
might.
kidding. I have no idea.
I used to look up like the brackets and stuff, but now I'm just like, I'm just gonna pick with my heart.
It's more fun to just wing it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we're better at it. Actually, we're
This is
not.
actually the first time I've looked at the brackets.
When we look at the brackets, we were spot on every
Or,
single time.
I just haven't had time to sit down and look at it, but that's the stuff. I don't think it starts till Thursday, right? Isn't like doubles on Thursday?
Yes, I think
Yeah.
it starts
Right.
Thursday.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Sounds right.
Sounds like my
right.
next 2 nights are gonna be taking it. Well, no, I can't. I don't have tomorrow night.
You don't. All right, you want me to give the rundown real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so for singles, Sean's order is Ellis Cano, Tony Smith, Wilson, Chamberlain, Soto, not Cito, Fisher, Hamilton, and Roy Ball. I took Hissner, Trzynski, Davis, Trader, Birchfield, JBJ, Eddie G, and Bernasette. Doug's got Rawls, Kingsbury, Richards, Ryan Smith, Halpert, Malone, Alex Hicks, and Power. And then Kevin rounds us off with Teddy Grahams, Harbaugh, Guy, Walker, Rule, Scheibner, Wiedenfeld, and Cody Henderson.
Sleepy.
That's the team. That might be the team to party with.
Yeah, that's that would be a fun party team.
It would be a fun party team.
All right, and then for doubles, Kevin, you had Smith Richards, Hissner Birchfield, Bernadette Lopez, Walker Crabtree, Frisch Cameron, and Trader Hicks. Doug, you had Halper Trzynski, Eddie and KB, Smith Weedwhacker, Power Joe K, Emford Dennis, Tennyson Cassidy. I had Hart Ellis, Wilson Sims, Malone Harbaugh, Shibby Landis, Guy Nation, and Roybal Ramirez. And Sean rounds us off with JBJ Chamberlain, Graham Modlin, Rawls Holland, Hamilton Cano, Rawls Kingsbury, and Gore Soto. All right, I think we got some mean teams through here.
Good team
Good
Rawls.
picks all around. Team Rawls.
Yeah.
Team
All right.
Rawls. There's some bean in us after all. Right? Is that for the vanilla comment?
Yes. Sure.
Vanilla bean.
Oh, yeah.
Is it time for dramatic readings?
Yes. We're going to do some dramatic readings. We're going to include you guys because it's just going to be more fun this way.
Do it.
In a world where bean bags have brought men to their knees, social media serves as sanctuary for keyboard warriors. Time for the dramatic readings.
And these dramatic readings are brought to you by Big D Bags. Is there something missing from your hand? Yeah, it's probably a big old floppy D flopping around. So head on over to bigdbags.com and grab yourself a big old girthy set today and drop code BIGASS10 to save yourself $10 off at checkout. Again, Big D Bags, grab your girth.
It's really hard to do dramatic readings like right after that live read. Like, I just can't. All right, dramatic readings. Addicted to Cornhole, Brandon Vaughn. Let's use common sense. ACL is trying to monopolize the game. It's that simple. Stamped boards and bags. I'm ACO and laugh while watching people/companies leave ACL for ACO because of the take all the light attitude. ACL is completely overrated. It costs twice the amount to play an ACL tournament than ACO. I thought we all played for the fun/sport of the game, not the money. Says a lot. Brandon, I'm going to guess that you probably don't have all your teeth. Or something like that. Because, first of all, like the grammar is like pretty rough. Spelling is pretty terrible. But you're way off, man. And listen, if you want to go there for a good family atmosphere or whatever the fuck you guys are talking about over there, that's fine. But like, again, you guys, the ACO had a 15-year head start, and they're like no further along. And their their 18,000 world championship events that they have throughout the year have like 80. Like, the owner of your foundation was quoted in an article saying that, we host world championships that have anywhere from like 80 to 1,000, like to 700 people. Why would you ever admit that you might only have 80 people show up to your events?
You go with the mean, all right?
Honest guy.
Right around 400. Leave it at that.
If you haven't, and again, I was just joking about the teeth thing. I'm sure you have lovely teeth. Anyways, Hard Drag Push, I wrote an article last week, and I made a big point of we have to remind ourselves that when it comes down to it, we're never going to be happy when like Big Brother is like taking some sort of money. But when it comes down to it, the ACL is in fact a business. They have to find ways to bring in some sort of revenue. If you don't want them jacking up the cost for registration and tournament, they have to find other ways to do it. Stamping the products is one of them. And last time I checked, like, if you're that worried about the bags and board company, then go buy a motherfucking set of bags or boards.
Yeah.
Don't be on Facebook crying about how the ACL is destroying all these small companies. Go fucking support the small companies. It's pretty obvious, right?
That it is.
So stop typing and go buy something, or go to work so that you can have the money to go buy something to support a small company, and stop complaining about it. At least they're putting out a fucking product that we can watch, not some shitty live stream with two hillbillies on the live stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're having a professional route. So if we want the game to go somewhere, hitch the wagon to the game we should be going with. Let's just fucking get over this stuff.
So passionate.
Yeah, I mean, it's just done. There's no competition. There's no like comparison anymore. It's like the Little Sisters of the Poor, and then you have like the big leagues. It's not even like the minor leagues anymore. Like, they have a few players that compete, but then they win everything. Like, we might as well just name it the Hurt Cornhole organization right now. It's like either Caleb or his brother Isaac that are winning anything. Everyone else is like, okay, sweet, they showed up, thanks for the money.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not the same level of competition anymore.
No,
like, not anywhere close. We've had people come over to face the best competition because they knew where it was at and knew where they could win money. So
a 15-year head start.
Yeah.
15 years. That's a long fucking time.
it sure is, Sean.
So, all right.
The only
Sure.
thing I wish.
Please comment.
Go ahead. What?
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the only thing I wish we can grab out of the ACO is their vibe.
Okay. Why? Because they play music?
Yeah, when I used to go there, it was just I like to party. Like I play.
I like to party.
Yeah.
That's why
Like
you're
I
here.
drink, I play. That's the only reason I'm playing is to drink in the city with the people I like, hanging out with and playing with. So I don't know. For me, that was like a big thing. It was like
I get that, but the ACL, you got to remember, the ACLs, yes, they're trying to grow the sport, but they're trying to also grow the professional side of games.
correct.
You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be a business trip when you're going to, that's why an open event, they have music playing. It's a different feel, right? Like the vibes are a little bit higher.
Yeah.
You go to a national, it's a business trip, and I'm okay. At least I'm okay with it. Like I get it as a former player, like you want the vibes. I get that, but I think it's just not the ACL's model that they're going for.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Definitely. No, yeah,
So- So for me, I've never been to an ACO event, never played an ACO event. So I'm just going by what other people talk about and what I've kind of seen from other stuff. But everyone's like talking about these bags. And from what I've seen in the past is, didn't people have to use the bags that were at the boards?
Yeah.
For ACO at the start. So them, the ACL dictating what bags you can use. Somebody else did it first. Right. And I think I made a comment on your one post about all the posts on Addicted to Cornhole was like, oh my God, everything that's happened every year at this time is happening again. How is that possible?
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. All of these small companies that come in, and I've kind of said it before, these small companies that are coming in, they're just seeing the dollar signs that the ECL is bringing them. I can make all these pro bags and everyone's going to buy them. Well, here's the deal. There's 256 pros? If you have 30 bag companies that are making pro bags, there's a really good chance that if you're a small company, a big pro is not going to throw your bag.
Yeah.
There's
Very
a really
true.
good chance of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. So these small companies come in with the big dollar signs in their eyes, start at comp.
Yeah.
Start at one of the lower levels and kind of build your way, make your name that way to get to pro.
But I mean, my argument for the
Right?
starting comp route is you had a well-established company in 724 go all comp bags, like really well-known company that just fell out of it because they still weren't making enough money.
But I would also argue, though, that 724 was not marketing themselves nearly as much as they used to
they were not,
when they
yeah.
got the stamp.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like, oh, we got the stamp, that's just going to sell our bags for us. Like, that's not the case. You were popular because you were grinding and marketing and
And they were
posting
also
stuff
kind
all
of
the
a
time.
guerrilla company that had that underground movement behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
had a
then
big following before they got to the ACL.
Yeah,
And
but then
that
they
just-
kind of-
and that didn't
They were the
continue.
leaders of the no stamp
Yeah.
market. And then when they decided to cross over to the other side, I'm very interested to see if, like, can you just
I'm
come back?
sure he kind of had a loss of fandom.
Oh,
like
100%.
hardcore. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, there's got to be. Yeah, there is. I mean, it's not the 724 like boom was before. Now, if you
Mhm.
would have stayed on stamp, maybe it's still around there. But yeah, as soon as you cross over, it's hard to go back. And then once you're out, you're never coming back in.
No.
Because why would you drop out and then want to repay the 10 or I mean, like 10,000 this year for comp? Who knows how much it'll be in a few years if they decide to go that route. So it's interesting, but
That it is.
we'll
I think
see.
there's only going to be a handful of bag companies in the near future here.
I think it's
And
kind of the route it's
that's where
going.
we should be at.
I think there's
honestly,
going to be maybe 10.
that's where we should be at.
That's where they
But it's
should
just
be at. But right now, the ACL, I don't think is set up like monetarily. Like they don't have enough big sponsorship money to do that. Because right now
Well,
they
that's their
need bag.
biggest
They
one.
want as many bag companies as they can. Yeah, of course they're going to accept it. That's money for them. That's free. That's
yeah.
royalty fees. Of course,
Yeah.
I would want if I was running it. I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing with boards. Like I know
there's
that
no
they're only
overhead.
limiting it, but you know,
There's no risk on the ACL's part of taking people in. It's like Uber. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if you drive or not. If you want to drive, go ahead.
correct. Yep,
Same
correct.
exact shit.
Send me your blurry picture, and we'll count that as an ID. All right, we're good.
Bingo.
Yeah, yeah. For sure.
Oh, and also, bag companies aren't going to be paying pros next year, so it's going to be extremely interesting to see what happens.
What do you mean they're not going to be paying pros next year?
I bet over 50% of the pros are not going to get any kind of sponsors next year. There's no return on investment.
I think that the contracts are just going to look different. I think that you're going to see most companies Ultra was a big one this year that you saw some high profile players, like let's say like a McGuffin, right? Who walked away because he wasn't given enough money. Ultra offered him a deal. It was just heavily incentive based with like a lower upfront cost. But again, if you go out there and perform, you could possibly make more, but it's incentive. I think gone are the days where you're just going to get that upfront guaranteed money. And honestly, if you're thinking about it, bad companies are dumb for doing that in the first place. That's just bad business. If you look at all these companies, look how long athletes and other sports have had to go before they get guaranteed money in their contracts. Right. And then you were just getting off. You guys got lucky in the beginning. Now it's going to be, unfortunately, it's all going to level out. I think it's going to be heavily incentivized. You'll have certain players that'll make decent money off the bat because of the name base. But besides that, yeah, I think
you could see what's happening.
100%.
The working middle classes, we're getting out of there, and it's becoming a kids game because the parents are fronting the kids to go everywhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's going to turn into who can afford it. You know what I mean? Instead of like who are the best players.
I mean, we've talked about this before. It's back to the OG days of the beginning days of the ACL. If you wanted to be a pro, you just had to pay.
I think one of the answers would be shrinking the pro field and then still keeping this elite program open.
Make the elite program much bigger.
Yeah.
What do you think about them making it like golf?
Like having like a Q school kind of thing?
Like you have to show up and play Thursday, Friday, and you have
like
to
have cuts
Saturday, Sunday,
and have cuts.
Because you could take how many players? You could take unlimited players that want to sign up for Thursday, Friday, right?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
I mean, we always did say that you got to turn nationals back into like part of the opens. If you want fans and stuff to be there, if you want the vibe to be there.
It's hard because like when I go to a national now, I like the fact that it's like there's not people there just fucking around. Like it's everyone there is there for business and they're going to play. And I know everyone, you know, and I get it. Like I like having fun too when we go to these events, but like nationals just had a different feel. So it was always a reminder of myself. Like when we go there, like we want to have fun too, but like it's a business trip. Like we need to go there, get the content, let's go to do work. Right. It feels like work. I get like when we go to a TCL event, it's some work, but it's a lot of play. Like, and and that's fun. But like it's just different vibes, and I completely get it. But for the professional level, I kind of like it more sore, like I don't know, serious side. Yeah, but I do like the golf stuff.
ACL Canada this year, every Friday there was a pro qualifier.
Okay,
we took like 5 to 8 players, whatever we needed to fill a field, and they went into the pro division for that weekend.
No shit. That'd be great content. Mic us up and put me in there.
I'm finally gonna do it.
I talked some shit. All right, we got one more dramatic reading here.
All right, lay it on us.
This is a good one. This is a post and a reply.
Okay.
Addicted to cornhole, Afonso James Sr. Rozier needs a crying towel. Worried about warm up? Just throw the bag. And the top comment was Blaine Rozier responding, "Hey Tech Neck, I'll play you wherever you want. Just let me know. Every team gets at least 5 minutes to throw, and I get 2 bags to throw. This is where Tech Necks belong and Addicted to Cornhole."
Man,
gotta love that. Okay, so not so much like the content. Like obviously, I know something happened. Blaine on the broadcast apparently just did not have time to warm up. I don't know if he like stepped away and he missed the chance for warm-ups, or if they literally said like, "Hey, you guys can each throw 2 bags and then we got to get this going."
Yeah.
Regardless what it is, it sucks, but you can get pissed. It's fine. It happens. What I love and what I'm interested, Kevin, is like one of the endearing parts of cornhole right now is the access that we have to like the pro players and like the readiness of pro players to like kind of chirp back. Did you enjoy like some of the banter and stuff like among your peers, like watching them when they chirp back and stuff?
I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
My only argument though is it's still cornhole. So like you're not tough by being like, "I'll play you any day of the week, man."
That's
like,
I'll beat your ass. Like, I would never say that.
Yeah.
No,
I would never say that. But
Let's be clear.
Yeah. No offense, Blaine, but that I mean I would never say that, but that's
I would phrase that differently. I would say no offense, Blaine. Okay, it's just a different inflection.
Yeah, because it's like other pros when they say that to the person, there's probably no chance they're ever going to play against each other in something.
Yeah, correct.
Right? Like if a Major League Baseball player can't hit a ball in some Joe Schmo says, I could blow a fastball by you, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, try it."
It's one of those things
that
that
happen. But cornhole, it could happen on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, you just have to remember, like, as a pro player, like, people are going to talk, and you just have to ignore it. You know what I mean? Like, I know it is probably killing Coy and Duel, like, to not say anything, right? Like, because, they're kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure, and it's really tough. Like, Matt Guy's been under the limelight before. You know what I mean? Think about all the shit that Kamba had to deal with when he got suspended. You know what I mean? It's got to be really hard not to chirp back. But you can't, or you're going to end up getting yourself in trouble. I mean, he didn't say anything. He didn't say anything that was bad there, but like it's still like you can't let people get to you. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, it's even harder for broadcasters too.
Oh, yes. Listen, I just thanks. Someone sends us like critics, like okay, thanks, like thumbs up,
Sweet.
like thumbs up.
You have
like,
too much time in your hands.
Yep, cool. Thanks.
No, I just lived that same situation with Nate, but it was within the pro, so it's like.
Okay, so what was it majority was anti Nate performance, or was the majority on his side?
Within the pro field?
Yeah.
Oh, way against Nate.
That's so crazy to me, man.
I could count on one hand how many people enjoyed it.
Yeah, that whole thing kind of bugs me a little bit, just because of like some of the specific people that truly had an issue with it. We're also like individuals that like a few years ago were like rolling blunts on Facebook Live. And like, I'm like, are we talking about like character and class and like upholding a pro image here? Like, we're joking, right? Like at least he brought some entertainment to a fucking broadcast that was dead, boring, falling asleep in my chair. And I was supposed to be doing this shit for like, you know what I mean? Like as a part-time job here. And I couldn't stay awake for it. So I liked it. Was it over the top? Yeah, of course it was. But you either have to commit fully. You have to commit fully. You can't half-ass that because then it comes inauthentic, right?
Yeah.
You go all in.
Dude.
That's what I'm saying. Go for it. Yeah, I loved it.
He was texting me before. He's like, Kev. And I'm like, what's up? He's like, dude, I'm loaded right now. He's like, you watch? I'm like, I'm locked in, dude. Let's go. And yeah, that's what he did.
Hell yeah, man. I liked it. I know he took some criticism and stuff, but it is what it is.
He's good. He's got thick skin.
He does. And are you going to Spencer's this year?
I'm not.
Not going to Spencer's?
I don't know if you guys know like much about my cornhole life. I've probably played 14 times in the last 3 years.
Just tough to travel?
No, I don't play.
Yeah.
He just shows up and he's good.
Yeah, I went to 5 nationals last year, 4 nationals this year, and then 5 nationals last year and 2 opens. So I played 16 times.
Okay.
And Viv, she's gonna be mad at me, but yeah, I didn't bring my bags to any nationals. I'm the worst, dude. So like these events, like, well, now I'm stepping down from the Provision. I'm not going to Worlds this year, and yeah, next year, dude, I just want to have fun with it.
Just gonna travel around and try some different stuff out.
Yeah, just like you said, I want to go to the opens.
Yeah,
the Spencer McKenzie stuff.
Go to a TCL event.
Yes.
Yeah. I lost my heart.
You should come with us to a TCL event. I guarantee you'll remember why you love it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, dude, I lost my heartbeat big time this year.
Corndoug, you got to come down to a TCL event with us.
Hell yeah, man.
That would be fun. We need to plan that actually.
That would be fun.
I will not be at Spencer's this year.
You're not going to go Spencer? What the fuck, Corndoug?
We have the ACL Canada Nationals the same weekend as Spencer's.
Yeah, but Spencer's is the biggest cornhole tournament in the world.
I know.
I got a contract that says I got to be in Ottawa for the Nationals.
I get it.
Hey, contracts can be broken by a shredder.
They can.
No, I want to see the completion of our ACL Canada Pro Division out and kind of go through our qualifier up here and see because our Pro Division is going to grow this year
for sure.
We had like just right around 28, 30 pros here this year.
Okay.
And we've got some throwers that just coming out of the woodwork.
So are you still seeing a growth in Canada overall with it? That's good.
So is it a set number for you, or is it just going to be like whoever's worthy, you'll give them the pro status?
I think there's still going to be a set number for this year. We're going to have a small growth. And I can't wait we've already got Calgary announced. We've already got our first open announced for this year. We're going to Calgary the end of October. And for the first time, a venue here. We're playing at a casino in Calgary, and they've thrown in $15,000 into the pot.
Oh shit!
All right.
For that, so that's going to be the end of October, and it's.
How far away is Calgary?
Yeah, what?
It's
It's at a casino. I mean, like you're saying all good things here.
It's like a 5-hour flight for me, so that'd be about the same for you.
Okay. I mean,
that's doable. I mean, we're flying to
going to Spencer's.
LAX, so that's the same flight.
4 hours. Yeah. All right. Huh. We might have to figure something out.
Yeah,
no, but I do say you should definitely. We should all plan a trip.
Yeah,
to go
for
TCL.
sure. TCL is a blast.
After the
crazy, huh?
dude, after the first time we went there, every year, like we both said, like every year we're gonna go to at least one TCL event. As long as we're doing this podcast, we're going to a TCL event just because the people are awesome. We have a lot of people in the Texas area that listen, and I know I'm gonna get shit from like one of our sponsors because he does a lot of ACO bags now, but it is what it is. But like I love the people down there, and the atmosphere you want. Like you would thrive in this atmosphere. I'm telling you. Like it's so much fun. Like they have bars everywhere. Like you don't have to walk very far. They have bathrooms strategically placed. They have good music playing. Yeah, they have a VIP section with like it's VIP that's just open to anybody. They just have like little bar area set up like in the middle of like all the courts. Like it's pretty sweet.
Damn.
Yeah, it's very well done.
Heartbeat in there.
It's like a party with cornhole just going on in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I guess is the best way to explain it.
And then everyone crowds around for the final courts. Like it's
the finals. They put
everyone
up like
sticks around,
and
and it's just like it's
To
rowdy.
each other.
Yeah,
So it sounds like our events in St. John's here. When we go to St. John's, there was probably literally around about 300 people around the court, around the outside, on the opposite side of me. They had a little kind of lounge area that was behind glass behind me, and they were like 5 deep. And it's in a curling club, so they actually had cameras that are above the ends for the curling rink that were right above the board. So they actually turned them for the people on that were like 10 deep.
Okay.
In the lounge, and then the Saturday, ends up being probably the Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. You go to a place called George Street in St. John's, and in about a half-mile stretch, there's about 50 bars.
Oh, all right.
That go till the last person leaves.
All right.
All right, so they'll stay open the whole time.
Key West.
Challenge duly noted.
Yes, challenge accepted.
Yes.
But that's what always happens. The last time we went to TCL event, I went by myself, and it was just one of those nights that, it was late, and my wife forgot that there's a time change and thought I was dead. And I wake up to Dane's phone call out randomly. I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "Hey, you have fun?" He's like, "You need to call your wife. She thinks you're dead."
Yeah, I'm like at work, and I'm like, "Call your wife."
I'm
dude. Like she's called me 4 fucking
I'm like,
times.
"What time is it right now?" He's like, "It's your time." He's like, "It's 7 a.m." I'm like, "Oh, I think I went to bed like an hour ago."
Yeah,
I think I'm still drunk. Yeah, I think I'm still. Oh yeah, it was fun.
Yeah,
very fun.
Damn, awesome.
Yeah, the good people out there, good hangs and stuff like that. But thank you very much for joining us, guys.
No. I have one question.
Oh, please. Oh, good. I didn't know you had anything.
yeah, I got a good question for us.
I'm good. I'm settling in then.
All right, so the ACL decides Worlds is here.
Okay.
We need to add one more event. They decide to add a decathlon.
Okay.
A legit decathlon.
A cornhole decathlon?
Nope, just a
Like a
decathlon.
legit.
Yeah,
Okay.
the actual decathlon. So
I
we're
gotcha.
talking 100-meter race, long jump, shot put, high jump, 400-meter race, 110-meter hurdle, discus throw, and pole vault.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So who wins?
Ryan
With
Smith.
we have to pick an athlete to do it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
gotta from the cornhole field. Who
I don't
takes
even
it all?
have to think. It's just Ryan Smith.
Oh, there's
the
also
racing-
javelin and
the racing's
1500.
tough.
The racing is tough because you're gonna need someone
Like the
with some
shot put
speed.
stuff, I think
And there's
I'm
swimming in a
choosing-
decathlon, right?
No swimming. No.
There's no swimming in a decathlon? Oh, is it all track and field stuff?
Yeah.
Yep.
So- okay. Trying to think who I want. Ryan Smith is a very good pick.
Yeah.
It's the obvious pick.
Well, I already saw these guys race in Minnesota.
Who's that?
Or no, I saw him in Colorado. So give me Jawan Smith.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He blew Ryan out the water.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Trzynski.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
pick.
He's a strong little dude that I think could run for days,
Yeah,
and he's just an all-around
Well, he
athlete.
played football as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he could figure out the javelin and discus faster than others, and yeah,
Give me Dayton Weber.
I like that too.
Right. Feel good story.
Yeah, just
Oh, yeah.
out of the woodwork.
If anyone could do it, it's him.
That's what I'm
Very
saying.
true. What a story. That'd be on.
That's what I'm
That'd be
saying.
on
Think about that. 30 for
NBC
30.
right now. That'd be incredible.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Is that all? Did you give it? You already gave your answer?
Yeah, I gave mine Trzynski.
That's a good one,
I
yeah.
think that's.
I know you got another question in that book. What else you got? Let's go.
All right, let's just grab from the pile.
Oh,
Just a
the
little
blind,
encore question here.
the blind pile
Yep.
grab
Yeah,
is
we'll
always
just-
great.
We'll
Just
do
get
a
pull right from the
blind
middle.
grab. Yep.
Let's get dirty, right in the middle.
We're going in the middle.
Just read it out loud. Don't even look at it.
All right, would you rather live in the middle of nowhere in Iowa, the swamps of Louisiana, or Alaska? So
That's kind of mean. Oh man.
I mean, middle of nowhere in Iowa and the swamps of Louisiana, you could still find parties. Alaska, I'm not sure.
I'm just trying to think of. I think Iowa's got to have decent golf there. Louisiana probably has really good golf too. Yeah, give me Louisiana.
But you're in the bayou, Sean. You're going to be smacking gators around.
Sorry.
You want Louisiana? Fire.
I mean, Iowa can't be that different than here, so I guess I could just go Iowa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go Alaska.
Are you? Okay.
Why not?
I'm going to Alaska for
Yeah.
sure.
Really? Corndoug,
I'm already
want-
close to
I
Alaska.
was say you want to change the scenery, or are you gonna stick it up there?
Give them the swamps.
I would say Iowa.
There you go. All right.
I like this next
Should
question.
be roomies.
This is a good weird one. Would you rather cure cancer, prove aliens are real, or prove ghosts are real? I think all of the above etches you into historical lore forever.
Okay, so can I ask a
It's gonna
question?
be the dick
Sure.
one.
The ghost thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you discover that they're real. Do you get to discover like what they actually are, or just that they exist?
I mean, I think you take this any way you will, Sean.
Okay.
It does not elaborate on this question.
so
on
I'm
this
gonna
tiny
pick-
card. It's just
I
a
know it's
question.
terrible, but I'm gonna pick ghosts because if you can prove that ghosts are real and they are some form of like an afterlife, then I guess dealing with death would be easier in some way if you know for certain that something is there afterwards.
Wow.
So
Yeah, but most ghosts are trapped souls. So does that make it easier? Or?
then, but like, what if you knew, like they explained it, like you only get here like if you did something or like to earn it, but like if you lived, like your grandmother lived a good life, like she's going to go, like they can verify whether there is an afterlife or like you're floating. So it could backfire.
Yeah.
It could backfire, like be like, oh shit, like you're either a ghost or it's nothingness forever. It's like a deep void,
How
and
do you
like you're
prove that?
you're just never. I don't know,
Yeah.
but give me ghosts for this one. In my hypothetical world, you're proving that there's some sort of an afterlife. So I'll go ghosts.
All right. I'm here for it.
You kind of sold that.
Yeah. I mean, aliens do exist, so I'm gonna go with cure
dumb.
cancer.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think that'd be pretty
It's
dope
selfless.
too.
Yeah, it really is.
It is.
It's
Trying, but I mean, then again, world population's it's a problem. So I mean, am I just furthering that problem? Yes, I am.
you are.
Yeah, I'm with you on that team. Yeah.
Team cancer.
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, I don't care about the aliens because I've seen some cornhole players that could be.
Yep.
Very true.
Yeah, reptilians are among us.
Yeah.
Like, read a book.
The ghost thing, I've had some stuff happen that's too much of a coincidence for it to happen, so I'm going to go cancer.
Okay.
He ain't afraid of no ghost.
He's not. I didn't say I was
Actually,
afraid.
it was kind of freaky. It was like,
I didn't say I was afraid. I was.
didn't we?
God, I thought I coined my argument very well. I
Dude,
didn't
you did.
convert.
I was
I didn't
not
convert any of you guys.
I was not expecting that. That's great.
Anytime he's laughing to himself, like I always get nervous.
It's because they're a little too dirty. All right.
All right, fair enough.
Dude.
The last night I felt like I was on like
All right.
old
I mean,
show
this
and it was-
one. This
New England.
one's not as bad.
Okay. This
Would
is
you-
at the end of the episode, so I mean, if they're
Yeah.
still listening by now, they deserve
Would you-
something.
Would you rather orgasm every time you hear All Star by Smash Mouth,
Oh man, I might already.
or
say that.
hear our All Star by Smash Mouth every time you orgasm?
Oh man. I want to hear. I want to hear All Star every
Dude,
time I
that's
orgasm.
such a pump up song. It's like, hey now,
Because imagine
we're
you're
All-Star.
just
Yeah,
imagine
it's
like you're at a bar and that song comes on, and you're like, oh god. You know what I mean?
not again. And your friends know about it. They're gonna hit that jukebox all night. You're just like, "Ah, damn it.
That's true. But it'd also be awkward if like when you have kids though.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, is it just you?
They're
that can
listening
hear
to
it, or
Kids
everyone
Bop
can
version
hear it?
of it, and all of a sudden you're just like,
I'm
Sean,
saying,
is
like,
that's
they
weird.
would know, like when the mom or
Yeah.
finished with business, they could. God damn it, Dad! I hate that fucking
hate
song.
that song. I know what you're doing.
No watching Shrek with the kids.
You guys have only. Been, Dad really likes this movie.
Are they
It's my new
watching
favorite
Shrek again?
We watched it
It's
3
just like
times
the
already.
scene of Randy in the tent after he gets internet access on South Park. What were you doing? Watching Shrek?
Rest in peace, right? Didn't that guy pass away from Smash Mouth?
Did he?
Yeah, I think he did.
I don't know enough about Smash Mouth. I don't really keep
He
up
did?
with him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's kind of because my cousin who does the music show has the guitarist on from Smash Mouth a whole bunch of times. So this question's kind of awkward.
You can ask him that same question next time. That's so great. That's why we need to ask these questions.
Oh yeah, I'm blasting off every time I hear it.
Fair enough.
like
I
it.
like that. It's a bold choice.
Is
You'd
what
be a
it
popular
is.
guy at a party.
You just put it on repeat. You can make it to the moon.
Let's fucking go.
Or the sun.
Or the sun. Might as well be walking on the sun.
There we go. We got that. Yep, there you go.
Oh, Sean, look at you and your Smash Mouth knowledge. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. 3 favorite bands.
I knew that was coming.
Smash Mouth, Nickelback, Creed.
Nailed it. In that order, please.
All right, we'll close it off with one simple one.
All right.
Would you rather give up appetizers or desserts for the rest of your life?
Desserts.
Appetizers. Can't do it. Yeah, man.
I'm giving up desserts too because
I'm a sweet.
I'm a savory guy over sweet all day.
I know, but like I'm a sweet more than savory guy.
yeah.
Like when it comes down to it.
I mean, I'm built on
I know
beef and
myself.
cheese, and you're like chocolate and vanilla.
No, yeah.
It comes full circle.
I'm just happy I got a little chocolate. That's good. I thought you were
A little
I was
bit of
hoping for
chocolate.
caramel.
Peanut butter. Peanut butter. Oh, where did this episode go?
I have no
God
idea.
damn it.
I hardly ever do either, so I'm just gonna say sweets because
There you go.
the appetizers. There's one restaurant we go to that's local here that they used to give like you go there and you get like a salad before. So I don't know why I'm a fat guy who likes salad, but you always get your own salad. But then they changed it to you only bring one salad for the whole table and you had to share it. And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Fuck
I
those
Yeah,
guys.
want
Yeah.
my salad. So like I was like, fine. I had like 10 salads that night, and I took my meal home in like a box.
Appetizer
That was
in
that was
US just
proving
means
them.
like it's like white trash for more food. That's all. It's just like it's pre-food. You know what I mean? Like that's all it is.
Warm up.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
warm up.
it's the warm up to the plate that I'm probably not going to finish anyways.
That's
But I want something fried.
Do you ever
or
look at it
delicious
as like a
beforehand.
challenge when they're like, "Would you like appetite?" Like those, you get an appetizer, then they come up to like, "Do you want desserts?" Like, well, I'm not a bitch.
Yeah,
but,
be like, I've been here for
I'm
this
really not
long
that
now.
hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already like.
Give me one more beer. I'm going to need 20 minutes to use your restroom, and I'll be back. Right?
I need food to think about what I'm gonna eat.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct, 100%.
It's like, let's go see what moves around.
Hell yeah. So everyone, if you're listening to this, check out our Patreon.
You
All
made
right.
it this far.
If you'd like to support us, what we're doing for the price of a beer a month, all right, you go to patreon.com/bigasscornhole. You get bonus content. We do happy hours. We drop the video version of the podcast up there. Yeah, a whole bunch of fun stuff. So
Yeah.
it's a great community we're building over there. We greatly appreciate everyone's support. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that stuff. Just search either Big Ass Cornhole or Big Ass Cornhole Podcast. We're all on there. And yeah, I think that thanks to all of our
Yeah, and-
sponsors, Draggin Bags, Big D Bags, and I want
Black
to give
Sheep
a
Baggers.
Black Sheep Baggers. I want to give a shout out to Airwolf Athletics too. We're going to be partnering up with Brandon Thompson of Airwolf Athletics down at the Throwdown. We're going to give a shout out to Cornhole Scenario because Kevin's holding up his jersey. And,
Jersey.
That's enough of that.
or his
His
hoodie.
hoodie.
I'm sorry, his hoodie. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the episode.
And
Hope
if in
World
case you
Championships-
forgot,
what?
September 21st, Big
Yes.
Ass Open, squad up, go over to Hard Drag Push and sign up. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're talking about a good time and cornhole. We're adding a little golf and alcohol. I mean, it's like the perfect dudes.
And food.
Yeah,
guys.
it's like a perfect combination. And it's family weekend. Like you can bring your kids there if you want. They can hang out. It's a beautiful area. So
Yeah, or don't.
Or
and
don't.
enjoy yourself.
correct. Yeah, there we go. I even have babysitters. So
Look at you, planning
oh, yeah.
ahead.
So get signed up today over at harddragpush.com. Check it out. Corndoug. Always a pleasure, sir. Dude, this is our 5th World Championships we're kind of like going through together.
Kind of, yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, but-
That's
yeah,
nuts.
'cause my first one was 2018 in Cherokee, North Carolina.
Yeah, you're a few. I mean, but this is our 5th one since we've
Yeah.
had the show that we've been going through. So
Yeah, I can't believe we've made it this long.
no,
Like I was surprised that the podcast made it like 2 weeks.
listen,
But
it's like the last of the Mohicans here, man. Gone are the
There
many.
we are.
I mean, shout out to Brendan Ahern who's gone through another like co-host. So he's just firing them,
Just burning and turning
Listen,
and
just
burning.
bumping them off, knocking
Yep.
them off. one by one.
Nobody's good enough for him. But we'll give you a plug. Go over to the Down and Back Cornhole podcast. Give it a listen on YouTube.
Go subscribe on YouTube.
We're doing a lot more stuff on Facebook here now.
Hell yeah.
Or on Facebook.
Just kind of
Saturday nights.
moving a bit more towards Facebook. Starting to do a back in the day segment now, where I'm taking some live feed stuff that we did like in 2017, 18, and I'm going to kind of re-commentate those games.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Wow,
if you get any really
horrible
bad
back then.
rounds, send them
Yeah.
our way. We can commentate on them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be doing comments, so I'll bring you guys in and we can
Or
do that together.
bad lip reading.
Bad lip reading as
Yeah.
well.
Canadian version for sure.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh,
fire.
that would be
Keep
very
that up.
funny. Hook us up, Doug.
Keep
Kevin-
that up.
Kevin, man, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a long time coming. I want to bring you and Nate on again. Probably like in the off
My
season again.
contract's done. Let's get on.
Correct. Exactly. So we'll get the full inside scoop on everything. And that one might just have to be like a Patreon special. So we'll make people earn it.
Maybe,
They really wanna see it.
we'll let the Patreons hop on for a happy
That'd
hour
be fun.
afterwards.
That'd be
fun
fun.
too.
I want to be on for the what you drinking
Oh
segment.
yes,
Oh, there
for
we
sure.
go.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely make this happen. No, it'll be fun. So, but folks, hope you guys enjoy World Championships. We'll be back next week with some more stuff as we wrap up the World Championships. We'll go do the recap and all that stuff. We got bags to review as we're preparing for the throwdown in Ventura, California.
It's time, baby.
Hell yeah! All right, have a nice week, everyone. And
Happy
as always,
Worlds.
yes, happy worlds. And as always,
Happy boys.
we hope you throw it straight. And it's nothing but four baggers from here on out.
Cornhole.
Later.